And let's see, get ready because as we said, one of my husband's goals and mine and the whole team, Jay, all the leaders for Be the Light, is to win, or win. There's no other option this year. So if you are ready to win, and win, write it down in the chat. I'm going to win. We are going to win. Oh, we're minus 27 degrees in Wisconsin. Oh my God. Tell me if you're going to win this year, if you're going to do everything that is required, if you're truly going to win, if you are truly saying it seriously. And I'm going to tell you that after this question, there's no way that you won't win. Because one of the things that most of people say is, oh, Rochelle, but they're saying no. Oh, Rochelle, social media cannot do it. Oh, Rochelle, but they said that they didn't have the money. Okay, the perfect proof and marvelous proof is Mike Hernandez. That is why I decided to invite him. Mike is an excellent leader. He's one of the number ones of the team of greatest growth, which is This Is It, which is something that we are part of, obviously, and they're always supporting us. And Mike, from day one, has been with us in all the calls, training us, teaching us. But specifically, and let me tell you this story, what happened last week. We were in a call, and I asked Mike because it was people who had experience in social media, red network marketing. And I always say, Mike, you have to come with us. And obviously, Mike was there. And I heard Mike at that moment talking about how he, during that initial year of his business, was grabbing the phone and calling people, sitting down in this office like me nonstop. Listen to me, nonstop. That is the phrase. You know how many times we try something 2 minutes and then we get tired and we leave it? We try it one day and then we just throw away the towel. I think that man was 1 year or 2 years sitting down, and he says he was wearing a short and a nice shirt, right? But he'll tell you himself. And when I saw Mike talk about how he would do that in this call, I said to myself, people need to listen to this. Let's stop with the excuses. Let's stop with no followers. Let's stop with a no, because no is an enemy of sales. It doesn't mean no, it means not now. But you have to continue. Stop saying that you only speak with 5 people. So what we're going to do with Mike today is I want Mike to talk to us about what he did the first year. Once he had the opportunity in his hands, once he said he wasn't going to do any more multi-level, suddenly he said, I can't say no to this. I have to do it. What is it that he did exactly? How did he talk to people? How does he continue talking? Because Mike keeps on recruiting, but in that moment, it was restructuring the business. Mike, if you can, open up your mic. Come on, let's start, my friend, from now. Your co-host. Thank you. Thank you, Rochelle. Perfect. Welcome. Welcome, Mike. Thank you. It was a pleasure to spend time with you there at the Las Vegas event. Truthfully, one of the presentations that most impact had on me was your presentation. You have a violent fire, and the content was amazing. Yes, the content. Thank you. I was saying it in Portuguese, wasn't it? So then, for whoever doesn't know me, my name is Mike Hernandez. Hello again. I have been in the business for 2 years and 6 months with the company. And I continue saying 4 months and 5 months. I forget. And yesterday we calculated, and exactly in January, it's going to be 2 years and 6 months in the business. And God, how fast the time has gone by, because time goes by fast. And a little bit of more time, just a tiny little bit, we're going to be in another 2 years in the future. So time flies, people. I never thought we would have the success that we were having, but I also wasn't expecting the potential of a product that we have, right? So when we started, so you can start understanding, I had a financial goal of earning $10,000 a month. My wife's goal and my goal was to reach that level in 1 year. We gave ourselves 1 year to reach that $10,000 a month goal. And for whoever is taking notes, I want you to know that what I was searching for was the residual income. I wanted the money to enter my bank account automatically and passively, because in my mind, mind, we
estuviéramos con 420 personas de un
we had
lado
420 people
comprando
on
12
one
horas
side
mensual, 12 sobre
purchasing
669.
two
So, para
X39
ustedes
sleeves a month.
entender
So
lo
for
que
you to
necesita
understand what you
tener,
need
cómo
to have,
luce un negocio que
how a business
produzca
looks that
10,000
produces
dólares mensual,
$10,000 a
serían
month, it
420
would be
personas en
420
uno de los
people
dos lados,
on one of the two
el lado
sides, one of the
menor,
two
porque
legs,
sería
the
donde hay
leg
menos
with
personas,
least
y
people,
840
and
personas en el lado
840
mayor,
people on the bigger
consumiendo o
side,
comprando dos
consuming
sobres
or
mensuales.
purchasing two
Esa era
monthly
mi meta.
sleeves.
Y
That was
quiero
my
que
goal.
sepan
And
que
I want
en
you
ese
to know
ejemplo, tal
that in
vez
that
usted solamente
example,
reclutó 10
you
o
only
8
recruited 10 or
o
8
6 o
or
reclutó
6
150
or
personas como
recruited
hice yo,
150 people
¿verdad?
like I did.
Pero mi meta era 10,000 mensual.
But my
El desarrollo
goal
del
was
negocio
10,000 a
serían
month.
840 de un lado,
It would be
420 del otro,
840 on one side
¿verdad?
and 420 on the
Y
other, correct?
comenzamos
And
violento y al primer
we
mes
started
ganamos
violently,
11,000,
and
el
during the
segundo
first
mes
month, we
15,000,
earned
el tercer mes
11,000, the second
20,000
15,000,
y
the
en
next
5 meses
20,000.
estábamos ganando 10,000, no mensual, sino
And
semanal.
we were earning
Pero, como me dijo
10,000 a
Rachel,
week, not a month at the end. But as Rochelle
¿cuál
said,
fue mi estrategia? No
what
soy una
was
persona
my
de redes.
strategy? I am
No
not a
tengo
network
muchos
person.
seguidores.
I don't have
Yo
a lot of
casi
followers.
nunca entro
I
a postar.
barely
Cuando
ever
posto solamente, cuando
bet.
posteo solamente lo
When
hago en una
post, sorry,
plataforma
when
paga,
I post,
que
I
es
only
la
do
de
it on a
Instagram,
platform,
y siempre
which
estoy
was
postando comida
Instagram,
que estoy
and I'm
comiendo.
always posting
Solamente no
food,
estoy, no
what I'm
posteo
eating.
más allá del negocio.
I don't post
Nunca han visto
anything else about the
un
business.
post de un parchecito. ¿Por
Never have
qué?
you seen a post of
Es
a
la manera que trabajo.
patch.
No sé,
Why?
no
Because
soy
it's the
muy,
way
muy
that I
activo
work.
con
I'm
las
not
redes,
too
con redes
active with
sociales.
social
Así que
media.
tenemos a alguien como
So
Rachel,
we have
que
somebody
ha
like
logrado
Rachel
mucho éxito en poco
who has
tiempo,
had a lot of
de la
success in
manera que
little
ella lo ha
time
hecho,
in the
con la fuerza
way
que
that
tiene y la
she
influencia
has
que
done
tiene
it with her
dentro
strength and her
de la
influence
plataforma
inside the platform
de redes sociales. Una
of
persona como
social
yo
media. A
que lo
person like
hice
me
la
who
manera
has done it
antigua. O
in the
sea, ¿qué
old-fashioned
hizo
way.
Mike Hernández y
So what
Isaí?
did Mike
Lo
Hernandez
primero que
Isai do?
hicimos
Well, the
antes de
first
tomar
thing
el
that we
teléfono
did before
fue hacer
grabbing
una
that
lista.
phone
Nuestra
was
lista
preparing
se
a
creó
list.
de nuestro
Our
teléfono.
list
Yo
was
tengo
created from our phone. I have
2,239
2,239 contacts.
Ahí comenzamos
That's where we
a
started
hacer nuestra lista.
to
Yo
do
hice
our
una lista
list.
de 100
I
personas.
prepared a list of 100
Isaí hizo una
people.
lista de 100
Isai
personas
prepared a
también.
list of another
¿Por
100
qué
people too.
eso es importante?
Why is that
Porque muchas
important?
veces nosotros nos
Because many times
uno
we
se
get
entusiasma
enthusiastic
y comienza a pensar, ay, yo voy a
and
llamar a
we
Mike, y
start
voy a
thinking,
llamar
oh, I'm
a
going to
Rachel y a
call
Carlos,
Mike.
y
I'm
voy a
going to
llamar
call
a
Rachel
Jay,
and Carlos. I'm going to call
¿verdad?
Jay.
En vez de tomar
Correct?
el tiempo a hacer
Instead of
una lista,
taking the
¿qué
time.
pasa? Mike te dice inmediatamente, mira, no quiero
So what
saber nada de
happens?
multinivel.
They might
Te
say, hey,
dice
Mike, I
Rachel,
don't
mira,
want to
estoy
have
muy
anything to do with
ocupada, estoy
multi-level.
con
Hey,
proyectos,
Rachel,
estoy viajando
I've
para
got
Oklahoma, voy
projects.
para la
I'm
escuela.
traveling to Oklahoma.
Durante
I'm going
un
to
año no
school.
tengo nada de
I'm
enfoque
very
para
busy.
dar.
At least in
Y,
1 year, I
Rachel,
won't have
y
focus
Jay
for
de
anything
repente
else.
también te dice que
And
no, como dice ella.
Jay suddenly
No,
says, no,
no
just like
es
she said.
no,
No
no
is
ahora
no.
mismo, porque
No
la
is not right now.
mente, la cabeza, el tiempo no
Because the
estaba
mind, the
para mí
head, the
recibir esta
time,
información.
it
Y un
wasn't in
ejemplo
me to
perfecto
receive
te
this
voy a dar.
information. And a
¿Te sabes cuándo
perfect
yo
example
conocí
that
a
I can
Lifeway?
give you. Do you know
En
how
el
I got to know
2019,
LifeWave? It was in
cuando la
2019
patrocinadora de
when
mi
the
patrocinador se
sponsor
inscribió.
of my
Me llamó,
sponsor
todavía tengo el contacto
enrolled.
aquí, lo
She
conozco
called me. I still have the
en
contact
el
here.
2019, junio del 2019. Y yo le dije, mira, ni siquiera mirar para allá.
And
El
I didn't even
tiempo
want to
no
look
era
that
el
way.
tiempo adecuado
The
para mí.
time was
Mira
not the
cuánto lo
correct
vine a
time for
hacer.
me. It wasn't
Fue
my
tres
time.
años después. ¿Ok? Hay personas, yo
And
acabo
you
de
know
reclutar
when
a
I
una
decided to
persona
enroll into the
anoche
business? 3 years
que hace
later. 3
2 años,
years.
cuando yo
Last night, I
comencé,
recruited
él
somebody
fue a
who
una
2 years
presentación
ago,
mía
when
de
I
Steve Merritt
started,
y no se
he went to one
reclutó.
of my Steve Merritt
El tiempo
presentations and he didn't
fue
recruit.
perfecto
The
ahora.
Time for
Así,
him
porque
was
así,
perfect
de
now.
nuevo, cuando Rachel dice no
Because,
es
like
no,
Rochelle says,
no
no
es
is
no
not
ahora,
no.
no en el futuro.
It's
Pero de
just
nuevo,
not now,
mi
in the
ejemplo de
future.
la
But
importancia de
again,
tener
my
esta lista,
example of the
porque muchas
importance of
personas
having that
arrancan con
list,
los dos
because
o tres personas
many
en
people
mente
start with
y
two or
cuando le
three
dicen que
people in
no,
their mind, and then when they say no,
se van desanimando, ya,
they get
¿sabe?
disencouraged.
Y
You know what
al
it
no
is.
tener esa lista,
And
yo
since they
cuando,
don't have that
no,
list,
próximo, no,
when I hear
próximo, no,
no, okay,
próximo,
next,
próximo,
no,
próximo,
next,
próximo.
no, next, next,
Señores,
next.
yo llamé gente que
Ladies, gentlemen,
literalmente,
I
un
called
ejemplo que
people
voy a
who
dar,
literally,
que
I'm
lo
going
hice
to give you an
esa noche
example. I did
con
it that
Rachel.
night with Rochelle.
José,
I said,
Miren
Jose,
cuánto José
look
que
at how
tengo en mi
many
lista de
Jose
contactos.
I have
José,
in my
José,
contact
José,
list.
José,
Jose, Jose,
José,
Jose.
José. ¿verdad?
Jose, right?
No tengo la menor idea
I
qué José
have
son.
no idea
¿Ok? Tal vez
which
conozco
Jose's they are.
uno o dos de
Maybe
esos
I know
Josés.
one or two of those Jose's,
Pero a mí no me importaba. Si tú
but I
estabas
didn't
en mi
care.
número, en mi
If
contacto
you
de
were
mi
in
teléfono,
my
tú y yo nos
contact with my
conocemos.
phone,
No me
we know each
acuerdo,
other.
no sé quién eres, no me acuerdo
I
a
don't
dónde
know
estabas
who you
llamando.
are. I don't remember. Oh, somebody is
Un
with
segundo,
their
amigo.
mic
Déjame
open.
mutear a todo el mundo
Oh,
porque
I'm
si no,
sorry,
la gente
friend.
no
Let
se
me
da
mute
cuenta. Dame un
everyone
segundo.
because if
Y ya
not,
te vas a
people
tener
don't
que ir de
realize.
nuevo. Dame
And
un
you're
segundito.
going
Dame
to
un
have to
segundo.
open again,
Espera,
okay? Give me
déjame.
a second. Give me just a
Espera
sec to
aquí.
mute.
Ya, para
Okay,
no
here
darle
it
la
is.
opción, porque ese
So
es
we
el
don't give
caso.
them the.
Ábrete de nuevo, Mike, por favor.
Okay, Mike, open up your
Perfecto.
mic
Ya,
again,
ahora sí,
please.
ya.
Perfect.
Entonces, mi punto, señores, es que
Okay, so my
yo me
point,
volví
ladies and gentlemen,
loco.
is that I went
Yo cuando
completely
vi lo que este
crazy.
producto estaba
When
haciendo, para
I knew
mí,
what
yo
this
tuve la
project,
visión bien
this
clara.
product was doing
Esto va
for
a
me, I
ser
had a very
grande.
clear vision.
Todo el mundo
This
va a
is
conocer
going
este
to be
producto porque
grand.
los testimonios que
Everybody
nosotros
is going
vimos
to know this
dentro
product
de
because
tan
the
poco tiempo,
testimonials that we
a mí
saw
Dios me
in such
amplió
little time,
mi
God
visión
opened
y
my
fue
vision.
como que si
And
no
it
te
was
pones
like,
las pilas
if
ahora
you
vas a
don't
perder
start doing
todo
what you have to
lo
do
que
now,
tienes a
you're
tu
going to
alcance.
lose
O sea,
everything that you have in
toda
your
persona
reach.
que tú no
So
contactes
any
lo va a
person that you
contactar otra
contact, that
persona.
you don't
Si tú
contact,
no te
another
pones
person
las
is
pilas.
going to
Entonces
contact
yo
them.
comencé,
So
José,
I
José, y
started,
cuando empezó
Jose,
con la
Jose.
J, señores,
You know, when I had
no
the
sabía quién
J,
estaba llamando, pero
I
no
in
dejé el
my phone
miedo, la
book, I
duda,
didn't know
nada
who
de
I was
eso echar
calling, but I
atrás.
didn't let
Yo
fear
llamé
or doubt
un
push me back.
ejemplo. Yo
I'll
llamé
give you an
a José
example.
que
I
veo aquí
called a
y
Jose
mi
that I
llamada
had
fue así,
here, and my
literalmente.
call was
José, ¿cómo
literally,
estás? Mira,
Jose,
no sé si
how
sabes
are
quién
you?
te
Look,
habla.
I don't
Mi
know if
nombre
you
es
know
Mike
who is
Hernández.
talking to you. My
Ese es
name
el
is
José
Mike
de
Hernandez.
California.
This is the Jose
Me
from
dice,
California.
Mike,
And
Mike
he's like,
Hernández,
hey,
¿cómo estás?
Mike
Wow, más
Hernandez,
de
how
15
are
años
you?
sigo
Wow,
hablando
it's
contigo.
more
No,
than 15
yo
years since I
soy, yo
spoke
soy
to
el
you.
José de
Yo,
Yonkers.
no, I'm the
Le
Jose
digo,
of
oh, José de
Yonkers.
Yonkers,
Oh,
¿cómo
Jose
estás?
from
Mira,
Yonkers,
no me
how are
llamaba a
you?
ti, llamaba a
Look, I
otro.
wasn't
Quería
calling
hablar
you, I was
contigo.
calling someone else,
Y
another
ahí
Jose.
comenzaba
But
la
I'm happy to
conversación
talk
y
to you.
hablar
And
de
that's where
sobre
the
lo que estaba
conversation started
haciendo.
and talking about what I was
Punto.
doing.
No
That's all.
conozco un José de
I
California,
don't know a
como
Jose
dije,
from
no estamos
California.
buscando un José de
Like I
California,
said, I was
ni
searching for a
conozco el
Jose from
José de
California.
Yonkers
And I
que le
don't
estoy
know a
hablando ahora.
Yonkers
No tengo la
Jose that
menor
I'm
idea.
talking to right now. I have no idea who he
Pero
is.
nunca dejé
But
que eso me,
I
¿sabe?
never
Fue,
allowed
mire,
that to
tengo
stop
algo
me.
grande,
You know
a
what I
mí
mean?
no me importa que
Look,
me
I've
digan
got
que no.
something
Y
big. I don't
siempre le
mind if they
decía a la
say no to
persona,
me. And I
Roseli,
always
Rachel,
said to
mira,
people that
tengo que
following,
compartir algo
Rachel, look,
contigo.
I need to share
Rachel,
something
a
with you.
mí no me importa
Rachel,
si tú
I
me dices
don't
que no.
mind if
No
you
tengo
say no
problema
to
si esto
me.
no es para
I
ti.
don't have problems
Inmediatamente le estoy
if this is
le
not for
estoy
you.
abriendo la puerta
Immediately,
para que
I'm
se pueda
opening the
salir
door
sin
for her to
problemas, ¿verdad?
leave with no
Y le decía,
issues, correct?
Rachel, lo que
And we
no
would say,
puedo
Rachel,
aceptar
what I
es
cannot
que yo
accept
no te
is
contacte,
that
no comparta esto
I don't
contigo y tú
contact
de repente de
you.
aquí
I
a un
don't
año,
share
dos
this with you.
años
And
vas a ver
suddenly,
el
in one or
éxito
two
que voy a
years, you're going
tener
to see the
y me
success
digas,
that I
wow,
had.
Mike,
And you're
no
going to
pensé
say, hey,
así
wow,
tanto y
Mike, did
compartir
you
esto
never
tan
think
grande
about sharing
conmigo.
this,
No
such an
acepto
important
eso,
thing with
Rachel, y
me?
no acepto,
I don't
número
accept
dos,
that, Rochelle. And
que
number
por
two, I
miedo
don't accept
o
that
por
due to
cualquier
fear
razón yo no
or any other
contactarte,
reason,
venga
I
otra
would
persona,
not
te
contact you and
contacte,
another
tú
person
veas la
come,
misma visión que yo
that
veo,
person
te
contact you,
entusiasme,
for you
decidas
to have the
hacerlo
same vision as
y
me,
yo te
be
perdí
enthusiastic about
por
it,
no
decide to
darme
do
la
it, and
oportunidad
I
de por
lost
lo
you
menos
because I didn't give
llamarte,
myself the
presentarte
opportunity
mi
of at
negocio
least
y
calling
darte
you,
a ti la opción
presenting
y
the
la
business
oportunidad de
to you,
decir
and
sí o
giving
no.
you the option
Eso
and the
no me
opportunity of
permito,
saying yes or no.
pero que tú
That's what I
digas que
don't
no es
allow.
para ti,
But
no
if you
tengo
say that
problema
it's
con
not for
eso,
you,
vamos a seguir la
I don't
misma
have
amistad,
problems with that.
te
Let's
voy a seguir
continue with our
dando un
friendship.
like en los posts,
I will
no
continue
cambia nada,
liking your
pero
posts.
no me
Nothing
permito que
changes.
venga
But
otra
I
persona a
don't
compartir
allow another person to
lo que
come
yo tengo en mis
share
manos
what
contigo,
I have
¿ok?
in my hands
So,
with you.
varias cosas que voy a estar hablando
Okay,
así,
so different things that we are going to
¿cómo
be
se dice?
talking about.
Infragante, no sé.
Sí, así se dice,
Infraganti.
infragante. Pero antes que sigas, una cosa que quiero
Yes, but
resaltar.
before you
Ustedes vieron lo que
continue,
Mike dijo, hizo la historia porque
I
alguien
want
preguntaba
to
acá,
say one
¿qué
more
le
thing. Have
decías?
you seen
Ahí
the
contó lo
story
que le
that Mike was
decía.
sharing?
¿Qué es eso? La
With
verdad.
everything that you were
Porque a
saying, what
veces
was that,
creemos que
Mike?
para
That's the
contactar
truth.
a alguien
Because
tenemos que
sometimes we
saber
think
todos
that
los
to contact someone,
científicos.
we need to know
Dile la realidad de
all the
tu vida. Él le dijo la
scientific
verdad.
part of everything.
puedo
He just said the
aceptar
reality of his
tener
life.
esto
I
en la
cannot
mano, no
accept to
compartirlo
have this
contigo y
in my
después
hand,
enterarme que
not
otro sí se
share it with
atrevió
you,
a
and afterwards know
contártelo.
that another
Tú le
person
dijiste que
did
sí, yo
dare
por
to share
miedo
it
no
with
lo
you, and you
hice.
said
Así que
yes, and
aquí
because I
estoy
was
rompiendo
scared,
con el miedo y
I
viniendo
didn't.
para que
So I
vengas
am
conmigo a
breaking
hacer
with
esto
fear
que
right now
trata.
and asking you
La
to come do
verdad.
this
Y a veces
with this
ustedes
with
piensan
me,
que tienen que
this which
tener
is big.
el
And it's a truth.
escrito
And
más
sometimes
grande,
you
más
think you have to
científico,
have the
más
script,
complicado,
the
de más
greatest, more
doctores,
scientific,
cuando no, ustedes
complicated
no son ni
script of
doctores
more
ni
doctors in the
científicos. Si
world
lo
when you
son,
are not
felicidades, pero si
scientists
no lo son, di
or
tu realidad.
doctors. If
Nada
you are,
más. Entonces, eso
congratulations. But if not, just
resáltenlo,
say your
apúntenlo y
reality.
véanlo.
This is
No
something
es
that you have
complicado.
to write
Perdón, Mike,
down
pero
and see. It's
quiero
not
resaltarlo porque
complicated.
es lo que ellos
Sorry,
piensan.
Mike, but I want to let you know because
Perfecto.
it's
Y
what
le
they
voy a
think.
decir otro
No.
punto.
Don't say sorry, it's
fue esa
perfect.
misma.
And
Mira,
another
Araceli,
point was this
las personas que
conversation
sí
was
conozco,
exactly this
¿verdad? Pues son personas
same one,
y
Rachel. The
tenía
people that I
muchos
know,
años que no hablaba
there
con ellos.
had
Por
been a lot of
ejemplo,
years I
Javi,
hadn't spoken to them. For
Javi
example,
es
Javi.
uno de mis top
Javi
leaders.
is one of
Yo
my top
tenía
leaders.
mínimo 10 años que yo no
I
hablaba con Javi.
had
Y
been at least for
cuidado si no
10 years
más.
without talking to
¿Ok?
Javi, or maybe
¿Qué
even
pasa?
more.
Yo llamé a
So
Javi
what happened? I
sin
called Javi.
pena. Javi,
And I wasn't
yo sé que
embarrassed. Hey,
tenemos
Javi,
mucho
it's
tiempo
been
que
a
no
long
hablamos.
time, hasn't
La
it? I
verdad es que
know.
no tenía nada
The truth
interesante
is
para
that
hablar
I
contigo.
didn't have
Pero
anything
Dios mío,
interesting
tengo
to
algo
talk to
muy
you
grande
about.
que
But
tengo que
my God,
compartir
I have
contigo.
something
Y Javi,
big
quiero
that
que
I want to
sepas
share with
que
you
si
now.
no es
And
para
Javi,
ti,
I
no
want you to know
tengo
that this
problema,
is,
no
if
me voy
this
a
isn't for
sentir de
you,
ninguna
I have
manera.
no issue at all. I'm not
Siempre
going to feel any way. I
abro con
always
eso para
open
quitarle la
that
presión a
line
la
so I
persona,
take away
¿verdad?
the pressure
Entonces miren
on
cómo
others.
sigue la
So
conversación.
look at how the
Javi,
conversation
mira, sí
continues.
te estoy llamando
Javi,
sobre una
yes,
oportunidad de multinivel.
I'm calling you
Porque
about a
Javi que me
multi-level
conoce,
opportunity because
la
Javi,
relación de nosotros fue
who knows
siempre
me,
dentro de
our
multinivel,
relationship was
¿verdad?
always
So,
inside
Javi, mira,
multi-level,
te estoy llamando
right?
sobre una
So I
oportunidad.
said, hey,
De
Javi, I'm
repente,
calling you
Javi,
about a really
tú
good
como
opportunity.
yo,
Suddenly,
no quieres
Javi,
saber
just
nada
like
de
me,
multinivel, porque
might
yo
not
pasé
want to know
8 años
anything about
fuera y no
multi-level
quería
because I
escuchar
spent
nada.
8 years
Lo estoy
outside
diciendo
multi-level and didn't want anything to know
estratégicamente
about
porque
it.
la
So
mayoría
I'm
de
just saying this
nosotros
strategically
estamos
because
en ese
most of us
punto. La
are at
grande
that
mayoría,
point.
quiero que sepan que
Great majority of us,
100%
I want
de
us to
los
know
líderes que yo he
that the
reclutado, que
100% of the
están
leaders that I've
rompiendo este
recruited who
negocio,
are breaking the
ninguno
business,
lo
who are
querían
on
hacer.
fire, none
Yo
of them wanted to do it at the
principalmente,
beginning.
cuando mi patrocinador
Mainly
me llamó,
me.
yo
When
dije,
my
cuando me llamó el viernes 5 veces,
upline called
Gina,
me, when
yo
he
nada
called
más
me
hacía
5 times on
y
Friday, Gina,
no
I
tomaba
was
la
like,
llamada.
nope, I
Silencio
don't want to
y no
answer.
tomaba la llamada.
Silence. I
Porque
didn't
yo
want to answer
sabía
the
que me
call
estaba llamando de
because
multinivel.
I knew that they were
Yo tenía
calling me
más
for
de 10
multi-level.
años que yo no
I had
trabajo con
been
Steve y
outside
Merritt.
of the
Y me
business for
llaman
more than
una
10
vez al
years
año
without working with
a
Steven and Merritt.
promover la compañía con la que
And
estaban, que
they
era
called
la
me
misma
once a
desde que
year
el
to
día que
promote
me
the
fui.
company they
Pero
were
ellos me
with,
estuvieron
which
brincando,
was the
pero
same one
siempre una
company
vez
that they
al
were
año.
with when I left. They
Mike,
hadn't been
¿cómo
changing
estás? Mira, nos
companies.
está yendo muy bien, Mike, yo
And
quiero trabajar
always
contigo de
once a
nuevo.
year, Mike, come
No me
on, how's it
interesa,
going? I
muchas
want
gracias
to
por
know you
pensar en
like to
mí.
work with us
Espero
again.
que le
No,
siga
I'm not
yendo de
interested.
maravilla,
Thank you
que
for
sigan
thinking about
creciendo, pero
me. I hope
no
you
me
keep on
interesa,
growing. I
gracias.
hope it's amazing,
¿Verdad?
but
Yo
I'm
pensaba que
not
la otra era esa
interested.
llamada.
Thank you.
Al
Right? I thought
próximo
it would
día,
be that
como
same call again.
siguió
The next day, since they
insistiendo,
continued
usualmente
insisting,
me llaman una o dos
normally
veces
you
al
just
año.
call me
Si
once or
no lo
twice a
tomo, ya,
year. And if I
¿sabes?
don't answer,
Pero
that's all.
vi
But
que seguía,
I
seguía, seguía. Y mi
realized
esposa me dice,
it was something
baby,
different this time. They
ellos están
continued
siendo bien
calling and calling,
persistentes
and
y de
my wife was like,
repente
hey,
algo
baby,
le
they're really
pasa,
persistent.
necesitan de nosotros,
Maybe something
toma la
happens.
llamada
Maybe
si te
they need
llaman de
us. Come
nuevo.
on, answer the
Tomé
call
la
if they call
llamada,
you
fue
again.
Steve Merritt
So
esa vez. Y
I
ahí le
answered
dije,
the
Steve,
call, and
no
it
me
was Steve
interesa el
Merritt this
negocio,
time. That's when I said,
pero
Steve, I'm not
por lo
interested
que
in the
me
business.
contó
But
de su historia,
due to what he
escuchen,
told me
su
about his
historia
story,
me
listen,
abrió mi
his
mente a
story
la posibilidad
opened
de
up
tratar
my
con...
mind to the
So, cuando yo
possibility
llamo a la
of
persona,
enrolling with this
Rachel, yo
opportunity.
sé que
So when
tengo
I
mucho
called this
tiempo,
person,
yo sé que, pero mira, no te digo
Rachel,
nada bueno,
I know
Rachel,
it's
yo
been
sé
a
que de
long time.
repente tú sabes que te
I
estoy
know
llamando de
that
multinivel y
you're
tú tal vez como yo y
you
muchos,
know that I'm
nadie
calling
quiere
from
saber nada de
multi-level, and
multinivel
many
porque
people might
Rachel,
not
el
want to do
problema
anything
con
about
el
multi-level
multinivel,
anymore because,
escuchen lo que
Rachel, the
estoy
problem with
hablando,
multi-level,
lo
listen to
estoy
what I'm
hablando
saying. I'm
estratégicamente.
talking
Yo quiero
strategically,
llegar
okay?
al mismo
I
nivel,
want
ojo
to
a ojo,
reach
como está Rachel. Yo
the
sé
same
que
level as
hay
Rachel
una
is
grande
in, the same
posibilidad de que
height.
Rachel
I
no
know
quiere
there's a
hacer
great
negocio de
possibility
multinivel.
that Rachel
Hay
might
una
not
grande
want to
posibilidad
do
que si
a
no quiere hacer multinivel
multi-level
es que está
business.
cansada del
I
multinivel.
know that
So
maybe
yo
she's
ahora voy
tired
a
of
hablar
multi-level, and that's
bien
why.
estratégico
So
para
now
ella
I'm
saber
going to
que
speak
yo
very
estoy
strategically
mentalmente
so
donde ella
she can
estaba.
know that I'm mentally
Para
where
que
she
si de
was.
repente ella
So that
llegue
if
ahora
suddenly
a
she
mentalmente donde
arrives
estoy, o sea,
mentally
a
to where I
abrirse a
am right
poder
now,
mirar,
so to open up
¿verdad?
to at
Rachel, yo sé
least
que tengo mucho
look.
tiempo, no tenía nada
Okay,
bueno.
Rachel, yes, I
Rachel,
know
yo
it's
sé
been a
que
long
tú tal
time and
vez
I didn't have anything good
con
to talk to you
multinivel como
about, but
yo y
even though I know
muchos,
that
ya,
probably just like
ya eso
me,
era.
you're
Pero
tired of
Rachel,
multi-level and you
el
were like, yeah, it's
problema
over, the cycle is
con el
finished.
multinivel, la razón
But
por qué
Rachel, the
yo
problem with
personalmente
multi-level, the
estaba
reason why
fuera, ni
personally
siquiera
I was
considerar
out
el
and not
multinivel
even
de nuevo,
considering
Rachel,
multi-level
es que
anymore,
multinivel.
Rachel,
El
is
problema
because
es que el
multi-level,
99%
here the
de las
problem is
compañías
that
están
99%
compitiendo
of the
dentro de la
companies
misma
are
categoría de
competing
producto. O
inside the
sea,
same
Rachel,
category of
cuando
products.
se
So,
trata de
Rachel,
multinivel,
that means that
piensa,
when we talk about
son siempre
multi-level,
la
think
misma
it's
producto.
always
O
the same
perder de
product,
peso,
or
o
losing weight,
colágeno,
or it's
o
either
energía,
collagen, or it
vitaminas,
could be
cremitas.
energy,
Va a ser lo
vitamins,
mismo que tienen
creams,
todas las
more of the
compañías
same
multinivel,
thing
Rachel.
that
Se
most of the
consiguen en
multi-level
cualquier
companies have,
supermercado,
Rachel,
farmacia
and you
o
can get them at
online.
any
Por eso
supermarket,
yo
pharmacy, or online.
fuera,
That
cruz
is
y
the reason
raya con el
why I
multinivel.
decided to cross out
Pero, Rachel,
multi-level
¿qué
from my
pasó?
life. But
mi
Rochelle,
historia.
what
Tú no
happened?
sabes
My
que me
story.
llama
You don't know
tal persona, una persona que
about
tal
this
vez la
person who
conozca o no,
called
mi
me. Maybe you
patrocinador,
know
mi
this person or
historia.
not.
O sea, ese
My
día me
sponsor,
llamó,
okay, my
me llamó
personal
y yo
story. So
lo
Rochelle,
evité. Yo
he called
sabía
me.
lo
I
que
avoided
era,
him,
¿verdad?
because I knew
Como
what
tú
it
de
was
repente
about,
sabiendo que
just
yo
like
te
you.
llamaba, pero
Just like when I
Rachel,
call you right
él me
now,
ha
right?
contado
But
esto y esto
Rochelle,
y me
he
causó
told me
suficiente
this and
curiosidad
that, and
porque
it
no es
caused
una
me
persona
enough
mentirosa,
curiosity
no
because I
es
know
una
he's
persona
not a
exageradora,
liar.
pero me
I know
causó,
he's not
estaba
an
viendo
exaggerated, but
persona
he
con
told
A,
me
B,
there
C,
were people
D.
with A, B,
Yo dije,
C,
¿cómo va
D
a
that he
ser?
was seeing, and I was
Aparentemente es una
like, how can
tecnología
that
que
be?
nunca
Well,
ha
Rochelle,
existido. ¿Tú
apparently this
sabes
is
lo
a
que son células
technology that
madres?
hasn't existed
Y
before.
ahí comienza
Do
mi
you know what
historia.
stem
Bueno,
cells
Rachel,
are?
mira,
And
él
that's when
me
I start
dijo,
my
me
story. Well,
encantó, yo
Rochelle,
lo
look,
creí.
he
Yo
said this
lo
to
tuve
me.
que ver.
I
Rachel,
didn't
conseguí el
believe from the beginning.
producto.
I had to
Dios
see it
mío, lo
myself,
puse
Rochelle. I
a
got the
tratar.
product. My
Lo
God.
traté yo.
I started trying
Rachel,
it.
tú
I
sabías
tried
que
it
yo
myself,
tenía
Rochelle. You
arritmia
remember
cardíaca.
that I
Tú
had a
sabías que yo
cardiac
lo compartí
arrhythmia,
con mi
right?
vecino, con
Remember I used to
diabetes,
share
con
it
esto,
with
con lo
my
otro, con papá. Comienzo a
neighbor
compartir mi
who has
historia
diabetes,
con
this and that.
Rachel
So I start to
para,
share
de
my
nuevo,
story
a
with
ver si
Rochelle.
se
So
abre su mente,
again,
porque ya
I want to
ella
see if
sabe que
she
yo estaba
opens up her
exactamente,
mind, because
entiendo dónde
she
está,
knows that
estaba
I
él, estaba
understand
yo también
perfectly where she
cerrado al
is,
multinivel,
just like she
pero
was,
me
I
abrí mi
was,
mente,
completely
Rachel,
closed to
¿por qué?
multi-level. But I opened
Porque
my
cuando él
mind,
me
Rochelle.
contó
Why?
eso,
Because when he
me
told me
causó
that,
curiosidad,
it
pero
caused
Rachel,
me
yo
curiosity.
mismo lo he
But
tratado
Rochelle,
y
I
estoy
have tried it
loco con lo que
myself,
estoy
and
viendo.
I
Mira,
am
estoy viendo
completely
neuropatía,
crazy with
niño
what
con
I'm seeing.
autismo,
Look, I'm
esto y
seeing
esto,
neuropathies,
compartiendo
children with
testimonios
autism, this and
para
that,
ver si
sharing
Rachel te
testimonies
abre
to
su
see if
mente
Rochelle opens her
a
mind
tratar el
to
producto
trying
y
the
a ver si
product,
por los resultados del
and
producto
due to the
Rachel abre
results
su
of the
mente
product, she
a la
can open her
oportunidad,
mind to the
dejando bien
opportunity,
claro que lo
leaving
que
very
tenemos
clear that what
nunca en
we
la
have
historia del planeta Tierra se
never
había
in the
visto,
story of
todavía se
planet
considera
Earth had been
imposible
seen.
dentro de la
It's still
industria
considered
médica
impossible
y tenemos
inside
un
the medical
patente
industry.
donde no
And we have
solamente
a
somos los
patent
únicos que
where
lo
not
tenemos, sino que
only are
nadie
we
puede
unique,
duplicar.
but
Y por
nobody can
eso,
duplicate
Rachel,
it. And that is
de
why,
repente a ti se
Rochelle,
te puede abrir tu
suddenly
mente como a mí,
your
como
mind
mi
can open up
patrocinador,
like
porque lo que
mine, like
tenemos
my
es algo
sponsors,
milagroso.
because what we have is
Y
something
si por
miraculous.
alguna
And if
razón,
for some
Rachel,
reason,
tú después de
Rochelle,
ver todo, tú
you,
todavía
after
dices
seeing
que no te
everything,
interesa el
you
negocio.
still say
Tal
you're
vez
not interested
Dios
in the
está
business.
trayendo esto a tus
Maybe God
manos
is bringing
porque
this to
alguien que tú
your hands
conoces
because
y alguien
somebody
que
that
tú
you
quieres
know and somebody who
está
you
en
love
necesidad,
is in need,
en necesidad urgente
in urgent
de
need
esta tecnología porque
of
está
this technology
orando por
because they are
para
praying
una
for
solución de
a
alguna enfermedad, algo que
solution
esté
of some
sufriendo. Y
illness or
Rachel,
something that they're
Dios te lo ha
suffering.
traído a ti para
And
que tú se
Rochelle,
lo hagas
God
llegar a
has
esa
brought this
persona.
to you so you can bring this to that
Así fue mi
person.
conversación
That was
y
my
lo dije con
conversation,
mucho
and that's
entusiasmo
how I said it, with a
y
lot of
bien rápido.
enthusiasm
Yo no pensaba
and very
pasar más de
fast.
2 minutos con nadie en el
I
teléfono.
wasn't thinking of
Para
spending more than 2 minutes with anybody on the phone,
invitarlo al
to
Zoom
afterwards
a
invite
conocer la
them to
información
Zoom to
bien
get to
ya más
know the
profesionalmente.
information more
¿Ok?
professionally.
So, vamos a
Okay?
repasar. No sé si quieres recordar
So
algunos de
let's
los puntos
see
que
if you
hablé
want to talk about any
o
other
los
point,
repasamos ahora
or should
así
we look at everything
brevemente de nuevo.
briefly again?
Sí, como aquí, bueno, que lo que explicaste fue
Yes, well,
maravilloso
first
con
of all,
lo
what
de
you
tu llamada,
explained
sobre
was
cómo
amazing
fuiste
with
con la
your call.
historia, bajar al
How you
nivel de
spoke
donde
about
está
the
la
story
persona o
and going down to the
encontrarlo
level to where the person
mentalmente,
is, or
encontrarlo, o
finding
sea,
them
dónde
mentally,
está,
finding
para
that person
entonces poder
where they are,
explicarle y
so we can
aceptar
explain
también, que es una de las
and
cosas que
accept
hiciste,
also, which is one of the
la
things that
falta
you
de
did,
credibilidad, a
the
lo mejor,
lack
o de
of
entusiasmo que hay
credibility
por
maybe,
parte de
or
la gente a
enthusiasm
estar en el
in
multinivel porque
people's
entienden que venden y venden, pero
minds
como
to
hay
being in
tanta
multi-level,
competencia,
because since there's so
pues
much
no pueden ver un
competition, they
resultado, pero
understand
la
that they
diferencia
can't
y de
see a
alguna
result. But
manera
the
muy
difference there,
dentro
in
de la
a way,
historia, estás dejando
very
saber
inside of the
la
story, you're letting
diferencia de
us know
nosotros que
the
tenemos un producto
difference of
único, que no
us,
tenemos
which is having a
competencia y
unique
que tenemos
product,
patente, etcétera,
having no
etcétera, sin llegar
competition,
a algo
being
tan
patented,
explícito
etc.,
con respecto a
without being
mucho
so
vocabulario
explicit
técnico,
and so
digamos, de
much
una manera muy
technical
natural,
communication
¿no?
in a very
Absolutamente.
natural way.
Entonces, la conversación fue esa para todo el
Yes,
mundo.
exactly.
Yo
So
sé
the
que no,
conversation was like that
yo
for everybody.
tampoco, pero me llamaron, me
But they
presentaron
called
esto,
me,
yo no lo creí,
they
lo puse
presented
a
this to
probar.
me.
Dios
I
mío,
didn't believe it, and
esto va
I
a ser
tried it
grande.
after
Por
they
eso la
introduced it to me.
oportunidad es tan
And you know
grande.
what? I said,
Rachel,
this is
una
going to be amazing. That's why the opportunity is so amazing. Rochelle, are you agreeing that this product with people with autism, with neuropathy, because I'm talking about a closed conversation. I'm talking about very transparently about what I'm living. Okay, so I was very, very detailed about what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing miracles. Okay, so this makes an impact. And very important thing is that it's always necessary to have a story about
vamos a llamar a la
testimonials
persona.
when we're
Mike,
going to
yo no
talk
tengo
about
testimonio.
people
Entonces, cojan el
or two people. Mike, I don't have testimonios.
¿ok?
Okay, then
Yo
ask
tomé muchos
for
testimonios
somebody's testimonials.
prestados
I
y
used
ya
many
tenía
people's
unos cuatro o
testimonials,
cinco míos
and I
personales de
had
personas,
4 or 5
pero yo estaba
personal
hablando de
testimonials of
cosas
different
que yo
people.
había
But I
escuchado
was talking
que
about
eran
things that I
que me
have heard
impactaron a mí
that had
y yo
made an
sé que bueno,
impact in my
impactaron
life, and I
personas,
knew we're going to make
pero
an
también
impact in people's
incluyendo
lives,
cosas
but
que, sabe,
also
que yo
including
sentí, que
things
vi,
that you know
que
that
me
I
gusta
felt, that
siempre
I
una
saw,
persona cuando
but
vaya
I
a llamar que
always like a
tenga
person
algo, por
when
lo
they're
menos con
going
su
to call
mamá,
to have
un
something,
perrito,
at least with their
abuelito, lo que
mom
sea,
or
¿verdad?
dog
Pero
or grandfather, whoever,
compartir las historias de
but
otras personas.
to
Está
share
Con
bien.
other
respecto a eso,
people's
Mike, qué bueno que lo
stories.
mencionas
I'm
porque yo me
happy that you talk
acuerdo que
about that, Mike,
cuando
because
tú
I remember
estábamos empezando
that when we
acá
were
en el
starting
negocio,
here
Carlos y yo,
in the
y
business,
hablamos de eso
Carlos
de
and
lo
I,
poderoso de
and
testimonio,
we
te dije,
spoke
Mike, es
about
que
the
no tenemos
power
en
of
español, no tenemos en
testimonials, and we were
español.
like, Mike,
Y a
there's no
partir de
testimonials
ahí,
in
de ese
Spanish.
estudio, creamos
And
una llamada
Carlos
de
and I
testimoniales
decided
todos
to
los
create
miércoles.
testimonial
Y
calls
aquí
every
hay un
Wednesday
canal de
starting June.
información que lo
And there is
tenemos
an
para el
information
equipo en
channel,
español,
sorry, that we
donde
have here for the
todos
team
esos
in
testimonios y
Spanish,
todas esas
where all
clases
those
están.
testimonials
Que
and
es
all those
perfecto. Hay
classes will
muchos
be
de ustedes que
available.
dicen, no, hasta que yo no sienta
Perfect. There are
algo, yo no
many
lo
of
voy a
you that might say
compartir.
no
No
until I don't
esperes.
feel
Tú
something, I'm
no
not
tienes
going
que
to
usar
share it.
el tuyo. Yo
Don't
puse el
wait. You don't
testimonio
have
de
to
Mike
use
4000
yours.
y yo no
I
llegué a hacer
used
los
my
números de Mike, lo que
testimonials
hace
4,000
Isaí,
times.
lo de Gina,
What
el estilo
Isai
de
does,
cada
what
persona que
Gina
me
does,
encuentre, e
everybody who
inclusive
I
los de
meet,
ustedes. Tengo
and
personas
even
con
yours.
cualquier cosa. Entonces, mírate
I
esos
have people with a
testimonios, tú
lot
los
of
mencionas y hay alguien del
information to
equipo que hizo eso.
see
Hay
those
alguien,
testimonials
cuando a mí
and
me
mention them.
preguntan
Hey,
embarazada
somebody
por
from the
niños
team
con
did
autismo,
this or
mira,
that. When
esto
they
no
ask
lo
me
haces
about
así de esta
pregnancy,
manera, es algo muy
children, I'm like,
personal la
okay,
decisión,
don't do it
pero
this way,
tengo
do it that
embarazadas del
way. It's
equipo que lo han
personal, the
usado y
decision.
está
But
muy
I have
bien.
pregnant
Tengo
ladies
madres con
in our
niños de
team who
esta
have
manera
used it
y
and
lo
are
usan
doing
y está
great. I
bien.
have moms that
Usa,
have kids
para
like
eso
this and are
creamos los
doing it this way and
recursos.
it's
Aquí lo
going
que
great.
falta,
That's why we have
maybe tienes que
resources.
estudiar esa parte tuya. ¿Por qué
Maybe
no estoy
you have
aplicando
to
lo que
study that
veo y
part
lo
of
que
you.
me
Why am
dicen?
I
Yo
not
estoy segura que
applying
muchos
what
aquí
I see
dicen,
and what they tell
me
me?
van a dar la fórmula
Maybe
secreta.
people
Como pueden
here
estar
say
escuchando,
they're going
Mike
to
lo
give
que
me the
hace
secret
es
formula.
ser él,
As you can see, what
hablar,
Mike
no
does
parar de
is be
compartir
himself.
y
He
usar su
talks,
teléfono
he
porque aquí
doesn't
está el
stop
poder. ¿Cómo
sharing, and he
puedes
uses his
convertir un
phone because
contacto de
here
teléfono
is the
para morir?
power.
¿Te acuerdas?
How can you
Perder la
convert
pena, el miedo
contact on
y
the phone that you
llamar
don't
para
even
hablar de
remember
lo que tienes en tu
to
mano.
forgetting
No
about your
no hay
embarrassment and
fórmula
the fear
secreta,
and talking
solamente una
about what you
acción,
have
que es la
in your
fórmula
hands?
secreta.
There's no
Nada
secret
más.
formula. The only
Y
secret
el
formula is taking
entusiasmo,
action,
señores, es lo
nothing
que va
else.
a causar la
And the
curiosidad,
enthusiasm
que
is
la
what is
persona se
going to
asome,
cause the
se quiera
curiosity
asomar
of the
y
person
aprender
to
un
want
poco
to
más.
see what it's about
Tienen que
and to
sentir en
learn
su
a bit more.
voz
You have to feel
que
this.
usted está
That
bastante
you
entusiasmada.
are very
¿Ok? Muy,
enthusiastic
muy
about
importante.
this. It's very, very important.
¿Qué otra cosa? Muy importante.
What else? Very,
Cuando
very
yo
important.
consigo una persona que se inscribe.
When do I get a
Esto yo lo
person
hablé
to enroll?
en la
I
presentación
spoke about this in the
en
presentation
Las Vegas,
in Las
porque es
Vegas
tan importante.
because it is so
A veces se
important.
le hace tan difícil a una
Sometimes it
persona
becomes
reclutar
so
a alguien.
difficult for somebody
Entonces
to
no le da
recruit
el
someone,
seguimiento
so they don't
necesario
do the
y
necessary
cuidarlo
follow-up
como el
and
bebé
taking
que
care of
es.
that person
Y lo
like the
dejan
baby that
caerse,
she or
romperse
he
la
is, and they
boca,
let that
ahí
baby fall
se
down,
desaniman
break
y
its
se van y ni siquiera le toman el
mouth,
teléfono
and be
porque le da
disencouraged, and
vergüenza
they
conceder
leave
lo
and they
que
don't
sea.
even answer the
Y la
phone.
razón es que la
And the
culpa fue
reason
nuestra.
is because
Porque
it was
cuando yo
our
recluto a una
fault.
persona, mira,
Because when I recruit
yo salgo
someone,
haciendo
look,
lanzamientos.
I've been
El
doing
lanzamiento
different
es cuando
launchings, and
Rachel
the
se
launching is
inscribe
when
nueva
Rochelle
o
enrolls
Rachel
new,
trae a
or when
Vicky
Rochelle brings
Pérez.
Vicky
Vicky
Perez.
Pérez es una directa ahora,
Vicky
o sea,
Perez
prospecta
is a
de
direct
Rachel.
prospect
Entonces,
now
yo
of
a
Rochelle.
Rachel, mi prospecta,
So Rochelle, my prospect,
mi directa
my
nueva, mi bebé,
direct
yo
prospect,
la
my new
tengo que,
baby,
mira, Rachel,
I have
no
to,
vas
hey,
a hablar
Rochelle,
con
look, you are
absolutamente
not going
nadie
to talk to
hasta que hagamos varias
absolutely
cosas.
anybody
Te
until we
tengo que
do various
enseñar
things.
cómo invitar a la
I need to
persona,
show you
te tengo que
how to
ayudar a
invite
crear
people.
una
I need to
lista
help you create a
porque
list
no vamos a llamar a nadie sin
because
tener
we're
una
not
lista
going to
primero, porque
call anybody
de
without having a
repente
list of
los
people
primeros dos o
because
tres, cuando hay
suddenly out of the first
97
two or
personas
three, when you have
del group,
97 people
debajo de dos o tres o
underneath
cuatro o cinco personas que te
two,
dijeron que
three,
no,
4 or 5 people who
no
said no,
importa. Tiene
it
noventa y
doesn't
cinco
matter.
personas
You
más.
have
Pero hay
95
personas que
more people.
arrancan con tres
There are
personas en
people
mente y
who
cuando la
start
tres
with
dicen
3
que
people
no,
in mind, mind, and when they say no,
no estoy
oh,
usando
I
la
don't know
manera
what
correcta,
to
pero de nuevo,
do, you
a
know?
sus
So
personas nuevas, a
again,
sus bebés, hay
to
que
their
enseñarle a hacer
people,
la
to their
lista.
new people,
Yo
you have to
tengo
teach
que
them to make a
enseñar lo
list. I need to
primordial
teach them
a
the
invitar
crucial
personas
things,
a
which is
venir a
inviting
escuchar y
people to come
conocer
and see
esta información.
and listen and
Hay
get to know
personas
this
que nunca
information.
se
There
desarrollan,
are some people
no
that
desarrollan la
never
confianza
develop
y la habilidad de
their
invitar a alguien, de
confidence
presentarle
and the
toda la
ability
información.
of inviting somebody and
Usted
presenting all the
tomar cargo
information.
de su negocio.
You have to
Pero
take charge of
ganan
your
mucho
business,
dinero
but
porque
you earn a
desarrollan la
lot of
habilidad
money because you
invitar
develop the
para que
ability of
vengan a
inviting
escucharlo de
someone to
personas
come
que
and
ya están
listen
más
from
desarrolladas
people that have been
y
more
preparadas
developed in the
y a
business and
tener
more
los
prepared,
Zooms, ¿verdad?
and to do
So, a
Zooms,
mi
right?
nueva,
So
a mi nuevo
for
bebé,
my
yo
new
tengo que
baby,
enseñarle, mira, Rachel, yo, mira, te voy a
I
decir
have to say,
dos
look,
ejemplos.
Rochelle,
Recluté a alguien
I'm going to
anoche
give you two
y
examples. I
hoy
recruited someone
estoy
last
hablando
night,
con alguien
and today I'm talking
que
to
alguien que
somebody
yo patrocinó,
that
se llama
I,
Gabriel. Y Gabriel me dice, mira, yo soy dueño
the person I
de compañía, tengo una compañía de
sponsored, and
detalles,
it's
de limpiar
Gabriel.
carros.
So Gabriel, look,
Esto
this
me
person
fascinó,
has
ok.
a
Se
vehicle
escribió, dijo,
company and
mira,
is
yo voy a comenzar
fascinated
a
with
hablar con
this.
gente mañana.
And I said,
Le
okay, I'm going to
dije,
start to
no
talk
vas a
to people
hacer
tomorrow. And I
absolutamente nada.
said, no, you're not going to do
Simplemente quiero que
absolutely
hagas
anything.
una
I
lista
simply want you
con
to
todo el mundo
prepare
que
a
tú conoces
list
y
with
va a ser de dos
everybody that you
partes.
know, and
Una
it's going to
parte
have
de
two parts.
emprendedores,
One part is
personas
going to be
motivadas por el dinero,
entrepreneurs, people who are
emprendedores,
motivated by money, businessmen and women,
entrepreneurs, emprendedor, money motivated,
entrepreneurs, money motivated,
business savvy,
and business
que
savvy
son, les gusta el negocio,
who
¿verdad?
like the
Le
business, right?
digo, una parte de la lista va a ser eso
Now,
y
a
la
part
otra
of
parte
list
a
is
todo
going
el
to
mundo que
do
tú
that,
conoces.
and the other
Yo
part
quiero
is
comenzar
everybody
con
that
la
you know.
lista de parte del negocio y
If you
te voy
haven't
a
heard
enseñar
about
qué
this,
tú
I
vas a
am also
decirle a
going
esas
to
personas
teach you
porque
what you're
tú no tienes
going to
mucho
say to
conocimiento.
those people
Y si te
because you
pones a
don't have a lot of
explicarle
knowledge
el
yet.
poco que
And if
sabes,
you start
te van
explaining the little that you
a
know,
masticar,
they
a
are going to
escupir,
eat you
te
up
vas a sentir
and
inseguro
spit
cuando
you
comiencen
out.
con
You're
preguntas
going to
y
feel unsure
solamente
of
hay
yourself when they start asking
una
questions, and
oportunidad
there's only
de
one
a first
opportunity
impression, de una
of a
primera
first
impresión,
impression.
¿ok?
Okay?
Si no la
So
presentas
if
correcta la
you
primera
don't
vez,
present
la
the correct
persona
opportunity
hace
the
su
first time,
ilusión
the
con
person
el
can
poco de información que le
have
diste
an
y cuando lo
idea
quieres
with a little information that you
invitar
gave them.
a venir a escuchar la manera
And when
correcta,
you want them to invite
no
them
lo va a
to come
hacer
and listen in the
porque ya
correct
hizo
way,
su
they're
decisión,
not going to do
¿verdad?
it because that person
Entonces le dije,
already
mira,
had took a decision
tú
with
lo
such little
único que vas a
information.
hacer es lo
So I
siguiente.
said, look, the only
Tú
thing that
vas a
you're
llamar a
going
las
to do is
personas.
as follows. You're
Escuchen
going to call
cómo
people,
comenzamos porque
hear
desde el
how
inicio
we start,
todo
because
es
from the beginning,
estratégico
everything
y bien
is
pensado.
strategic and well
Cuando
thought.
yo
So
coloco a mis
when
directos a
I put
invitar
my
a las
direct
personas de ellos,
inviting
siempre
their
es de esa
people,
manera. Hola
it's
Rachel,
always this
¿cómo
the way.
estás?
Hi, Rochelle, how are you?
Cosas, ¿verdad? Obvias.
Right?
Vamos a
Obvious
saludar a la
things.
persona.
We're
¿Cómo
gonna
estás?
greet the
Bien.
person. Hey,
Bien,
how are
Mike,
you
sí, muy bien.
doing?
¿Cómo estás?
I'm
Bien.
doing fine, Mike. How are you? I'm
Carlos,
doing
¿estás
good, thank
bien?
you.
Ok,
Doing
¿verdad?
well.
Sí,
Carlos,
Said
are
está
you
bien.
okay? Yeah,
Perfecto.
sure. Okay,
Rachel,
perfect.
una
So now,
preguntita.
Rochelle,
Tienes 2
one
minutos.
question. Do you have two
Voy a
minutes?
ser bien breve.
I'm going to be very
Tienes dos
brief,
minutos.
okay? Do you
¿Por qué?
have
Porque de
two
repente
minutes?
Rachel está entrando
Why? Because
a
maybe
una cita
Rochelle is
al
going to an
banco,
appointment,
cogió
to
el
a
teléfono
bank. So,
¿sabe?
she answered the
Ética, por lo que
phone
sea,
for ethics
pero no
or
es el
whatever,
tiempo correcto
but
ahora
it's not
mismo
the correct
para,
time
¿sabe?
right
Para
now
tener su atención
to, to have their
undivided,
undivided
undivided
attention.
attention.
Dividida.
Dividida, ¿verdad? Sí, sí, Mike, tengo 2 minutos. Dime, ¿qué pasa?
Yes, I have two
Bueno, voy a
minutes.
ser bien
What's going
breve
on? Let me know.
porque
Okay, I'm going
yo
to
sé
be
que tú
very
eres una
brief
persona ocupada
because
y
I
yo
know
estoy
that you're
bastante
very
ocupado,
busy and I'm very busy
pero
myself,
esto no puede esperar.
but this cannot
Rachel,
wait.
te
Rochelle,
estoy llamando porque,
I'm calling
mira,
you
hay
because,
diferentes
okay,
maneras.
there's
Ustedes
different ways
usen sus
that
palabras,
you can do
su
this. You can
estilo.
use
Mira, te
your
voy a hacer
style,
varios
your
ejemplos.
words, but
Rachel,
I'm
te
going
estoy
to give you a
llamando
few
porque
examples.
yo
Rochelle,
sé que
I'm
tú eres
calling
una
you
persona
because I
emprendedora.
know that you're
Yo
an
sé que tú eres una
entrepreneur.
persona que
I know that
motivada por
you
el
are
dinero. Y
someone
yo sé que
motivated
tú
by
eres el
money.
tipo de
And I
persona,
know that you're the
Rachel,
type
que
of
si
person, Rochelle,
tú ves
who,
algo
if
que
you
a
see
ti te llama la
something that
atención
calls
y
your
tú ves que en
attention
verdad hay
and
una
you see
oportunidad
that there
financiera
is
por
a
detrás,
financial
tú vas a
opportunity
querer saber un
behind it,
poquito
you're
más,
going to
¿verdad?
want to know more about it,
Y
right?
me callo la boca
And I
porque le acabo
shut
de hacer
my
una
mouth
pregunta.
because I
Quiero ver
just
si ella me
asked her
dice
a
sí
question. I want
o
to
no.
see if she says
Pero
yes
obviamente de la
or no.
manera que se lo presenté.
Obviously, in the way that
Difícil que diga que no.
I
Rachel, yo sé que tú
introduced the
eres una persona
business, it's difficult for
emprendedora,
Rochelle to say no.
motivada
Hey,
por el
Rochelle, I
dinero,
know you're an entrepreneur
una persona que
motivated
te
by
gustan
money,
las
a
oportunidades
person who
y
likes
sé que eres el
opportunities.
tipo de
And I know that
persona
you're the
que
type of
si
person
tú
that
ves algo que
if
a
you
ti
see
te interesa
something that you
y
are
tú ves que
interested
se le
in
puede generar
and
dinero,
you see that you can
tú vas a
generate
querer saber
money
un
from
poquito
it,
más, ¿verdad?
you're going to want to know a bit more
¿Sí o
about it,
no?
correct? Yes or
Sí,
no?
Mike, dime, ¿de qué se trata?
Yes, Mike,
Mira,
what is it
Rachel,
about?
como te dije,
Okay,
no
Rachel,
tengo
like I
tiempo.
said, I
Solamente tenía dos
don't have a
minutos y
lot of
mira,
time now. I
lo
only
que
have a
te voy
couple
a
of
decir es lo
minutes. But look,
siguiente. Esta
let me
noche,
tell you as
Rachel, a las
follows.
7 de la
This
noche,
night,
lo que
Rachel,
tú
at
estés
7
haciendo,
p.m., Whatever you're
Necesito
going to do,
15 minutos de tu
forget about it.
tiempo,
I
de
need
tu enfoque,
15 minutes of
porque
your time,
después de esa llamada,
of your
Rachel,
focus,
tú
because
no vas a
after this
conseguir
call,
dormir.
Rochelle, you're not
El
going to be able to
entusiasmo que te voy
sleep.
a pasar,
The
prepárate
enthusiasm that I'm
que
going
no
to
vas a
pass to you,
poder
get
dormir
ready for
esta
that,
noche,
because you're not
pero
going to
vas a
be
ver que
able
es
to
algo
sleep tonight.
grande.
But
Te voy
you're
a
going
pasar
to
el
see that
enlace.
it's
¿Tienes tiempo
something
esta
big.
noche?
Do you
15
have time
minutos a las
tonight?
7. ¿Sí
15
o no?
minutes. At 7, yes or
Mira,
no?
Mike, esta noche tengo baile
Look,
con mi
Mike, this
hija.
night I have to go to dance with
Tengo
my daughter.
iglesia, tengo algo,
Or
no
I have
puedo.
church, I have
Pero
this, I
dime
have that.
qué es.
I
Ay,
can't.
qué pena.
Okay,
Mira,
tell me
Raquel,
what
mira,
it
yo no
is
tengo
though.
tiempo
No,
ahora
I'm
mismo,
sorry, Rochelle.
pero
As I told you, I don't have
mañana,
time
pasado,
right
hoy
now,
no
but
tengo tiempo.
tomorrow, the day
A
after
ver si
tomorrow,
voy a
I'm
tratar, no
going
le
to
voy a prometer
try
nada,
and
porque de
see,
nuevo,
okay? I'm not
lo que
going to
tenga es
promise anything
responsable, no lo voy
because
a dar. No le
I'm
voy a
not
pasar a
going
ella la
to
información.
give
Ella va
her
a
the
tratar, pero
information on
Mike,
the phone.
dime qué es.
She's going to
Caramba, me
try to
agarras
get it. But
curiosa.
Mike, tell me what
Mira,
it is. Come on, you're
no te
going to leave
apures,
me
te voy
with a
a
doubt.
contactar, te prometo.
Don't worry,
Tengo
I'm
que
going to
compartir esto.
contact you. I promise you. I
Pero,
need to share this with
de
you.
nuevo,
But
mi
again,
invitación,
my
2 minuticos
invitation
como mucho.
lasted
Es,
2
mira, es
minutes
rápido.
at the most.
No
Look,
dejar,
it's going to be
de
fast.
repente.
Don't
Rachel, 2 minuticos, sí, todo
give
bien.
any
Mira, te
information.
estoy llamando porque yo sé que
Rochelle,
tú eres el
two
tipo de
minutes.
persona
Is
que si te
everything
ve
going
algo
well?
que
I'm
te llama
calling
la
you because
atención,
I know you that you're the kind of person
Rachel, ¿qué tú
that if you
sabes?
see
¿Qué tú
something
conoces de células
interesting that
madre?
calls your attention,
Rachel,
what do
tenemos
you
una
know about
tecnología
stem
nueva,
cells?
Dios mío, una
Rochelle, we have a
oportunidad
new technology.
gigantesca esta
My
noche
God,
a
an
las 7 de la noche.
amazing
¿Tienes
opportunity
15 minutos para mí?
tonight
Te
at
voy a
6
dejar
p.m.
y
Do you have
loca,
15
Rachel,
minutes
tú no
for
vas a
me?
conseguir
You're not
dormir.
going to
Vamos a
believe it,
ayudar
Rochelle. You're
gente, vamos
not
a
going
dar
to be able
dinero
to
que se
sleep. We're
acabó.
going to help people and we're going to make money.
Hagan su invitación
So
con
you pay for
sus palabras, con su
invitation
personalidad,
with your
pero
words.
hágalo
You
con
invite with
mucho
your
entusiasmo,
personality, but do it with
mucha
a lot of
energía y
enthusiasm,
bien
a lot of
corta.
energy, and
No es
very
para
short.
presentar la información,
It's not
es
to
simplemente para
present
invitar. La
information.
persona
It's
que
simply to
más
invite them. Okay?
éxito tenga
The person that most success
invitando gente son la gente que más
has
dinero
had
gana.
inviting
Y
people
no tiene que
are the
hacer
people
nada de
that most
presentación
money
porque se
earn.
está haciendo para usted.
And they don't
No
have to
tiene que tener
present
nada
anything
de
because
la
it's being done
ciencia,
for you.
nada de...
They don't have to know
Señores,
anything about
si
science.
usted en la
Ladies, gentlemen, and
presentación,
you in your
sentada así,
presentation, sitting
debería
down
buscarse
like
una
that,
fondita de
you
popcorn
should be
y
searching
nada
for
más
some
mirando a la
popcorn
persona, mirando a
and
Rachel,
just
mira, mira,
looking at the
Rachel se
person.
rió,
Oh,
está,
look,
está
Rochelle laughed.
animada, ¿verdad? Mirando y la persona haciéndole el
And the
trabajo.
person doing the
Señores,
job.
esa es la
Mm-mm.
ciencia de este
Ladies,
negocio.
gentlemen, this is a
Entonces,
business.
a
This
mi
is the
persona
science
que
of
es
this
nueva,
business.
después de
So
unas
the person
5,
that is new
10,
with me after
20,
5, 10,
100 o de
20,
repente si
100,
nunca se
or
decide
suddenly if they
hacer
never
y tomar
decide
cuenta de hacer su propia
on doing their
presentaciones,
own
a mí no me
presentation,
importa. Yo
I
le
don't
voy a
care.
seguir porque
I am
a
going
mí
to
me cuenta el
continue
mismo volumen,
because I get the
el
same volume
mismo
out of it,
dinero y a
the
mí yo
same
siempre he
money,
dicho que a mí no me
and I've
importa
always said
quién
that
se
I
convierta
don't
rico
care who
entre yo y la
becomes
persona y yo haciéndole el
rich
trabajo, porque yo
between
también
me and
me
the
voy a
person
hacer
doing
rico.
the job because I'm
Así
also
que
going to
si
become rich.
usted ha traído las semillas
So
y si
if
la
you
semilla no es
have brought
cosecha,
the seeds
si
and
yo
if the
tengo que hacer todo el
seeds are
trabajo y
not
usted nada más puso la
cultivated, if I
semilla,
have to do
yo
all
lo
the
justo,
work,
mitad y mitad,
I think
ganamos
it's
todos,
fair.
¿ok?
Half, half.
Pero,
We all
bueno,
win. Okay?
entonces la
But
presentación se le va a hablar de
the
todo, del
presentation is
paquete
going
que
to
se
talk
tiene que
about
hacer,
everything.
las
The
presentaciones
pack
cómo las
that we want
hacemos,
to do,
el autoenvío,
how we're going to
todo
do
lo
the
que de repente
presentation,
usted
the
no
auto
tenga
shipment, anything that
la
suddenly
confianza
you
de
are not so
decirle a la
sure
persona
about to
exactamente lo que
tell to that
necesita,
person
se le
exactly
va a
what
hacer
they
para usted.
need. It's going to
Pero
be
si
done for
usted lo
you.
está haciendo, señor, usted
But if
tiene que
you are
hablar de
doing it,
todo lo
ladies,
que se
gentlemen, you need to
necesita,
talk about
sin
everything
pena,
that you
sin
need
miedo,
without being embarrassed, without
sin
being afraid, without
timidez, ¿verdad?
being
Decirle
shy.
exactamente lo que es. Pero señores,
You have to say exactly what it
utilícenlos.
is.
Y yo estoy
Use it.
dispuesto a hacer
And
Zooms
I
todos
am
los
willing to
días.
do Zooms every day.
Lanzamiento. Entonces, cuando yo
A
lanzo para
launch.
Rachel,
So when I
Rachel tiene
launch
a
for
todos
Rochelle,
ustedes
Rochelle has
viendo la
all of you
presentación por primera vez.
seeing her
Rachel simplemente
presentation
le dijo
for
a
the
ustedes,
first time.
miren, mi gente, gracias por
Rochelle
todos
simply said,
venir
look,
aquí.
people, thank
Yo
you
sé que no
everybody
le di
for
mucha
being here.
información.
I know
Yo
it
sé
wasn't a lot of
que están
information
todos
that I
cortos
gave
de
you.
tiempo,
I know that
pero
everybody's
señores, lo
short
que
on
hoy le
time.
vamos a
But
presentar
what we
es
are going
algo que
to
me tiene
present today
fascinada.
is
Estamos
something that has
cambiando
me
vidas
fascinated.
físicamente
We are
y
changing people's lives physically
económicamente. Y
and
mi socio
economically,
Mike le va
financially.
a enseñar a ustedes, le va a
And my
explicar
business
todo.
partner Mike
Y
is
quiero que
going to
sepa
show
que yo
you
no
and
tengo
it's going
problemas
to
y
explain
todo lo que
everything to
le
you.
vamos a presentar
And I
para
want you
ustedes.
to
Si
know
no
that I I have
si
no
no le llama
problem
la
with
atención,
everything that we're going
bien,
to
amigas.
show you. If it doesn't
Seguimos
call
siendo
your
amigas,
attention, it's
¿verdad?
fine. We're still going to be friends. You know what I mean?
Si no le gustó, pero lo que no quiero es
If you
que
didn't like
ustedes lo
it,
vayan a
look,
conocer
what
por
I
otra
don't want
persona.
is for
No
you to
quiero que
get
me
to know
vean
this
después y
through
digan,
another
vamos,
person.
en mi
I don't
ciudad
want you
Rachel
to
no
see me
pensó
and say,
nunca
oh,
compartirlo conmigo.
Rachel never thought
Es
to
lo
share this
único que
with
yo
me.
hago, que
That's
la
the only
persona
thing that
nueva, mi
I do.
nueva bebé,
for my
le
new
diga
baby,
a
the new person
sus
with me, to
personas, a
say
sus
to her
invitados
team,
y me
to
pase
her guests,
el micrófono a
and
mí.
for her
Y
to
yo le
give
hago
me
todo
the
el trabajo.
microphone, and I'll do all
Entonces
the
le
work for
dejo
her.
saber a todos
So that
ustedes
is what I let
que
all
están
of you
aquí
here
por
know,
primera
who are
vez
here
como
for the first
invitados de
time
Rachel
as
a ver
Rachel's
de qué
guests
se
to
trata
see what this is about,
la oportunidad que Rachel
the
tiene, que no
opportunity
reveló
that
nada de
Rachel
información.
has, who didn't
Ahora,
give any
después de enseñarle la
information,
información, yo
after
a todos
seeing the
los
information
prospectos de mi nueva
for all the
prospecta,
prospects
de mi nueva
of my
brand partner,
new brand partner,
Socia de negocios. Socia de
distribuidora,
negocios.
distribuidora.
Distribuidora.
distributor.
Señores, yo le quiero enseñar a todos ustedes
I want to show all of you
inmediatamente
immediately
cómo van a invitar. Yo le digo a todos
how you're
ustedes
going
lo
to
siguiente.
invite, and I always
Después de
say this
enseñarle
to
toda la
everyone.
información,
After
para la
showing all the
persona que le
information,
interese esto,
for the
para la
person who is
salud y o el
interested
negocio,
for health
le
and
quiero
or
preguntar,
business,
¿usted
I want
pudiera
to ask
duplicar
you,
lo mismo que
would you
hizo
be able to
Rachel? O sea,
duplicate the exact
Rachel
same
lo
thing
llamó a
that Rachel
ustedes y
did?
en
So
2
Rachel called you,
minutos
and in 2
lo
minutes,
invitó y le dijo lo
she
suficiente
invited you and
para ustedes
said
venir aquí
just
hoy
enough for you to
y
be
escuchar
here
la
today
presentación
and hear
y la
this
información.
presentation and the
¿Quiénes de
information.
ustedes
Who of
podrían
you
mañana
could the day
invitar
of
de la misma
tomorrow
forma
invite in the
a
same
personas que
way
ustedes conozcan,
to
que de
people who
repente
you
le
know,
llame usted
who
piense que le puede
suddenly
llamar la atención el
you
producto y o
think
la
that the
oportunidad?
product called
Y
their
entonces
attention
en
or the
esa misma
opportunity?
presentación yo le
And in that
enseño a
same
los prospectos
presentation,
nuevos cómo
I
invitar a los
teach the
prospectos
new
nuevos de ellos
prospects
para
how to
mañana
invite
de
their new
repente hacer
prospects. So
otro
tomorrow,
lanzamiento, otro
suddenly they
punto.
can do another
El
launch,
día del
another point.
lanzamiento, el
The
día de la
day of the
presentación
launch,
es
the
el
day
día de
of
la
the
invitación.
presentation is the
O
day of
sea,
the
si
invitation.
eso es tan grande,
So
¿cómo usted va a llamar a
if
alguien
this is
el
so
lunes para
important, how are
invitarlo
you
el
going to call
jueves?
somebody on
Otra
Monday to
cosa,
invite them
que
for
si yo
Thursday?
estoy listo, yo
Another
quiero
thing is
saber,
that if
yo
I'm
estoy listo
ready
ya para
and I
venir
want
y
to
estar.
know,
Yo
if
no
I'm
quiero
ready to
esperar hasta el
come
viernes
and to
para
access, I don't
saber.
want to
No,
wait
yo espero
until
esa
Thursday to
noche
get
hasta
to
las
know.
7 porque
I'll
no hay
wait for
tiempo.
tonight
Pero no
until
me
7
venga a
because
llamar
there's no
ahora para
time.
ver.
But don't come and
No.
knock at my
Rachel,
door.
¿cómo tú me vas a
No.
dejar en tanta
Rachel,
suspenso
how are you going
de
to
aquí
leave
al
me in so
jueves?
much
Si es tan
suspense from
importante,
today to
es
Thursday? If
hoy.
it's so
Se
important, it
llama
has to
hoy
be
para
today.
invitar hoy.
Today,
Mañana
you
para invitar
called to
mañana.
invite
El
people
jueves
for
para invitar
today.
el jueves.
Tomorrow to
¿Ok?
invite for Thursday.
Si Rachel hoy
Thursday.
no puede, la voy
If
a llamar el
Rochelle
jueves de
is
nuevo.
not able
Mira,
to go today, I'm
Rachel,
going to
yo sé
call her
que
on
te dije
Thursday
el
again. Hey,
jueves
Rochelle, I know I
que
told
no
you
pudiste el
on
lunes. Me dijiste que el
a
jueves no va a poder.
Thursday because you
Hoy
wouldn't be able
puedo.
to
A las 7.
assist on
¿Puedes?
Tuesday or
Sí,
Monday, but
perfecto.
today I can. Are you
Pero
available
no
at
le voy
7?
a dar
Yes, I am.
información a
Okay,
nadie
perfect.
hasta
But
que se
I'm not
meta
going to give
la
anybody
presentación
information
para escuchar
until they
toda la
see the
información
information
necesaria
to hear
de la
all the
manera
necessary
correcta, de las
information
personas que
in
están
the
teniendo
correct
éxito
way
y le
from the
puedes
people who
responder
is
todas
having
las
success,
preguntas.
and you can reply to all their
No, mira,
questions.
ahí, aquí tengo yo la jefa mía. Aquí, estamos
Yo
todos
la oigo, yo
entrenando a
la
los
oigo.
entrenadores. Ahí me entrena a mí para yo
Okay,
entrenar
I
a
have
Rachel,
my
entrenar
boss
a
here,
ustedes y
Sai.
ustedes entrenar a los suyos,
You
¿verdad?
can train
La jefa
yours
está
and
aquí
I will
detrás.
train her.
Ella me está diciendo que si le
My
mostré
boss
los
is behind.
números
She's asking me
para
if
las
I showed the
personas que
numbers
quieren tener una
for the
idea
people
de
who want to
cuántas
have
personas
an idea
necesitan en
of
sus
how many
organizaciones
people they
para
need in their
ganar
organizations
la cantidad de
to
dinero
be
que tengan
able
ustedes como su
to
meta.
earn the amount of money that they have as a goal. Because
Vente,
that
Saí, que
helped me
queremos
to understand
verte.
numbers. Sai, we want to see you. Come over.
I love you. Ok,
I love
claro,
you.
eso de hecho cuando lo pusieron allá en la
Because
convención, la
actually, when
foto
they
se la
talked
enviamos
about
por
that
los
in the
chats a
convention,
ustedes.
we
Ah,
sent the picture on the
perfecto. Entonces
chats to
quiero que
you.
sepan
La
que
voy a
es
volver a poner.
Okay,
esos
perfect.
números,
So I want you to know that it's
como el
exactly that.
84
Yes,
minus
because the
42.
84
No, no, no
minus
minus, no minus.
42.
84
No,
en un
not
lado
minus.
y 42
84
del
on
otro.
one side and 42 on another. Okay, perfect.
No tienen que ser directos.
They don't have to
Puede
be
ser
directly under you,
personas que
okay?
cayeron
They can
como
be people
overflow,
who
se dice
were in an
transbordo,
overflow,
Derrame, se
right?
dice en español,
derrame.
derrame.
Oye, yo con este portañol aprendí a hablar portugués
With my
y
port to
he
Espanol,
vivido en
I
la boca
started learning
porque
Portuguese
no
and
sé,
now I
a
have a
veces se te
new
va uno el
language
español
because
o
I
el
mix
portugués.
everything.
Pero estos son personas en
Because
total.
these are
De
the total
repente, de
people.
nuevo,
Suddenly,
cuenta
again,
el derrame, cuenta
you
las
have the
personas de
overflow,
sus
you
personas
have
y
the
todo
people
lo
of
demás.
of
¿Ok?
your people, and
Como
everything else. It all
pero
counts. But
personas en autoenvío
the people who are in
comprando 2
auto
sobres
shipment
mensual.
purchasing
¿Quieres ganar
2
$1,000
sleeves
al
a month,
mes?
you want to earn
$84 o
$1,000 a
$48.
month, 84 and
$2,000 al
42 on
mes,
the
que
other
es
side.
$6,500 semanal,
$2,000 a month, which is
168
500 a
y
week,
84 del otro
168,
lado.
and 84 on the other
3,000,
side.
4,000, 5,000,
3,000,
6,000.
4,000,
Mike, ¿cuánto sería
10,000.
10,000
Mike,
semanales?
how much would it be
Esa
for
cantidad
10,000 a
de
week?
personas veces 4.
That amount of people times 4.
Muy fácil. Ok. ¿ok?
Times 4, exactly. Very easy. So this week we're actually going to organize a training. No, next week of that specifically. But it is important what we were talking about. Those numbers, that picture is something that we sent when we were in the convention. Now I have to ask you, who of you saw it? Who of you started calculating? Who of you decided to have a goal of how many people to talk to? Who do they talk to? How many people to contact? Look, listen to something that I really would like to highlight, because when we do role play, here, normally when you invite someone to a call, they want to give all the information. Did you see how Mike saves all the information until the presentation call? That means that you have to create an urgency in that person. Obviously, you need to believe in it. You need to feel excited. You need to feel enthusiastic to share. You don't share. Most of the people, when we invite them, we say, we have the patent of the product, the benefits, X39, the technology. When the person arrives, after giving all that information, nothing. So we have to start practicing this, which was super clear. This training, see it again, take notes and start practicing the way that you're going to invite people. And for this Thursday that we always have a presentation call for you, for our babies, we do it every Thursday and individually also when they call us the leaders who need support, because we learned from Mike and Isai, and we do exactly the same thing. They call us, we're there for them. Anna called us for Arkansas. Tulsa in the house. Anyway, but truly, let it be, listen to me. Let's invite people and let's start working the business. And another point that I wanted to talk about for the people who have the ability of visualizing, okay? Look, listen to this. This business, when we
dissect. Bueno, cuando lo vienen a mirar así
they come to see it very, very in depth. Look, you are
una palabra nueva en mi
okay. That's a new word in my vocabulary.
Señores, ustedes no van a encontrar muchas personas.
Decipher or decrypt. Look, you're not going to find a lot of people. You need a lot of people to be able to find those 3 or 4 who are going to do it with or without you. When I got to know multi-level in 2006, that I earned $5 million during a period of 7 years. Now I want you to know something. Who sponsored me? The person who sponsored me, didn't do absolutely anything. The person sponsored me and no one else. Most of the people don't do anything. Me and my first company, I recruited 110 people and I had 10 to do the business and only 10, to do the business and only 4 strong ones, okay? So that is not going to change. But look, 4 people that you get who are good. Look at how easy this is in a perfect world. 4 who recruit 4, who is the second level. Okay, your first level was 4, and 4 who recruit 4 is your second level. Who recruit 4, your third level. Who recruit 4, your fourth level. Okay, we're already talking about earning $10,000 a month. 4 generations of 4 people each. Do you know 4 people that there is no doubt that can also know another 4? That there is no doubt that just like their 4, also without any problem, they can place another 4. So 4 generations of 4, we're talking about $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $100,000 a year, residually. If not, to get those 4, there are people that are going to have to talk to 20 or 40 or 100. But ladies and gentlemen, what does it matter? How difficult it is it to talk and introduce people to something which is real? Look, my faith never changes, personally, because I speak to people about my God, and nothing changes from my faith. I can talk with 100,000 people. My faith doesn't change. It is the same concept. Obviously, you can't compare anything with your relationship to God. But as Isai said, it's urgency that we're searching for. Urgency. Ladies and gentlemen, I recruited 88 people inside my first 90 days.
durante mis
88
primeros
during my
90
first
días.
90 days.
En total, vamos por
In total,
150 más o menos.
we have
Más de
150 more or
la
less.
mitad fueron los
That's
primeros
more than
90 días.
half were
Señores,
during the first 90 days.
urgencia.
Okay,
Tienen
so
que apagar la
ladies, gentlemen,
televisión y
urgency. You have
enfocarse
to turn off your
así.
TV and you have to
¿Es esto
focus.
o esto?
Is it this
Durante
or
90
this
días.
during 90
Su
days?
vida y su negocio
Your
cambian
life
dentro de
and your
90 días.
business
Y
changes
el
in 90
tiempo
days.
se enfoca no
And the
solamente en las personas
time
que
that
se
you
traen,
focus, not
sino en
only
lo
the
de
people
ellos,
that
los
you
bebés
bring
de
in,
ellos,
but in
y los
them,
bebés de los bebés, y los
in
bebés
their
de los
babies,
bebés,
and
y
the
los bebés.
babies of the
Y
babies of the
así,
babies
señores,
of the
van
babies, and so
apareciendo
on.
los tres o
And
cuatro,
that
y tres
way,
o
you
cuatro, y
start
tres o
seeing the
cuatro
three or
de
four,
todo
three
el
or four,
mundo.
three or
Y todo
four
el
out of the
mundo va a
whole world.
traer
And the
una
whole
cantidad
world is
diferente.
going to
What's
bring
that,
a
baby?
different amount. What's that, baby?
Sí, para tener, es ahí dándome,
Yes,
¿sabe?
Said,
Clases de la cocina.
giving me classes from the
Anotaciones.
kitchen.
Mike, so tú por 90
Yeah,
días
notes. So, Mike,
estuviste
for
sentado
90
así como tú
days, you
cuentas
were
en
sitting
short y una
down, just
camisa
like you say,
elegante,
in
llamando y
shorts
llamando
and
gente.
with an
¿O más
elegant
fue?
shirt, calling
Porque
and
no
calling
solamente
people,
estaba
or
yo
more
llamando
time?
las
Well,
mías,
I wasn't only
sino
calling
que
my
cuando
own
tenía una
teams,
bebé,
but when
mira,
I
mira,
had
Rachel es una
a
bebé que
baby like
su primera
Rochelle, who was
llamada
a
tenía como
baby whose
600
first
personas,
call had like 600
¿verdad?
people, right?
Imagínate esos tipos de
So
lanzamientos, llegar
imagine that
entonces uno se
kind
enfoca en
of
ayudar a
launch.
las personas,
Okay, so you focus
porque
in
no
helping the
solamente traer
people
la
of the
persona y
people of
dejarla
the
que
people,
no, ¿sabes?
because
Es como
not
tener
only
la
is it
semilla, es
helping,
difícil encontrar la
it's like
semilla,
having
no porque
the
solamente la vas a tirar,
seed.
no,
It's not
vas a
easy
la
to
semilla y
find the
darle el
seed. Are you just
cuidado
going to throw it
necesario,
away? Of course not.
porque
Plant
se
it and
necesitan
take care
muchas
of it
semillas,
because you don't need
pero
a
hay,
lot of
hay que
seeds.
cuidarla, pero para encontrarla,
But to
señores,
find it, we
y
have
de nuevo,
to.
¿estamos hablando de qué?
And again, what
Hablando
are
con
we
las personas
talking
que
about? We're
conocemos,
talking about the
algunas
people that
personas se
we
van a
know.
reclutar un año,
Some
2 años
people
y
are going
ahora
to go
que
to
usted lo
recruit
está
for 1 year
llamando
or
hoy,
2 years, and now
ellos
that
van a
you're calling
esperar
them
que
today,
el tiempo de ellos
they're
sea
going to wait
perfecto,
for
la
God's time to
necesidad
be
se los cubra
perfect,
y van
for
a
the need
necesitar
to be
ver
there, and
sus
they're going to
resultados
need to
para
see
saber que ellos
your
están
results to know that they
invirtiendo
are
tiempo
not
en algo que
investing
usted ni
time
siquiera
in
está,
something
que ellos
that
no
you're
están
not
seguros que
even
está,
sure
¿verdad?,
about,
dedicado con eso,
that you're not
¿verdad?
truly dedicated to it?
Entonces, esos son puntos,
So
señores, que para el
those
lanzamiento,
are
eso es
points,
todo.
ladies and gentlemen,
A mí
that
me
for a
encanta este
launch, that's the
negocio
most
porque,
important thing. I love
miren,
this business because look,
muchos de ustedes, y cuando
many
los
of
digo de
you,
ustedes, digo
and
nosotros en
when I talk
general,
about you, I talk about
es
us,
como
people in general.
lanzarse
It's like launching
de un
yourself,
avión o
jumping
de una
out of a
montaña
plane or
con un
out of a
paracaídas.
mountain
Está todo el
with a
mundo
parachute.
pensando en
Everybody
cada
is
detallito, ay,
thinking on
y cómo es,
each
y
detail
si me
and
voy a ir hacia
how, what
acá,
about this? And what
y
about if
cómo,
I fall
y
towards
las
this
manos,
side?
y cómo,
And and how should I put my
y
hands? And
pensando en toda
thinking about
situación,
every
pensando que van a
possible
necesitar saber
situation,
todo para
thinking
cada
that they're
situación.
going to need to
No,
know
señores,
everything
usted lo
out
que
of the
necesita es que
situation.
venga
No,
alguien y lo
ladies,
empuje por
gentlemen, you just
detrás.
need somebody to just
Y
push
en
you
la
and
caída usted va a
make
ver,
you
oh,
jump,
mira,
push you
voy.
from the back. And
Y en
when you
la
fall, you're
primera
going to
caída,
understand
señores,
and realize, oh, look
no
at
va a
this. And
ser
in
tan
your
bien como
first
las
fall,
décimas
it's not going to go
caídas o
as well as
lanzamientos.
your fifth fall, right?
Lo que pasa es que la persona está
What
esperando ahí
happens is that the person is
señores,
just waiting.
láncense.
Yeah, I can't there.
Ustedes
No,
van, es como
just
cuando
jump.
ustedes
It's
aprendieron a
how
caminar,
did you learn to
lanzándose con
walk?
todos los
Just
trompezones,
launching
las
yourself,
caídas.
falling,
Nadie lo va a ser perfecto. Lo
tripping.
vamos a hacer
Nobody is
perfecto
going to be
haciéndolo
perfect.
en la
Okay, we're not
imperfección.
going to be perfect, but we'll be
Así es
perfect
que
in our
nosotros nos
imperfection
hicimos
because we
buenos
take
en esto,
action.
porque
So
lo
that's how
hacíamos
we became good
tanto,
in this
tan
because we
mal,
did it
que uno no
so
quiere que
much,
como
so many
solamente
times, and so
aprender.
bad
Ok, espérate,
that
estoy
you can
hablando
only learn
demasiado,
from your
espérate.
mistakes. Oh,
Estoy
I'm
hablando,
sorry, I'm
oh,
talking
mira,
too
mira,
much.
mira.
Wait, let's see.
Pero
Oh,
lo
no,
bueno
sorry.
es
Look at me
que
doing this.
si
Oh,
uno
no,
tiene,
but the good thing is that if you
¿cómo se
have,
dice? The
how do you call
will,
this? The
will.
La
will,
voluntad,
okay?
la
La
voluntad.
voluntad, señores,
If you have the
no
will,
hay
ladies and
falta de
gentlemen,
personas.
there
Hay
is
más de
no lack
7
of people. There is
billones de
more than
personas en el planeta
17
Tierra.
billion
Así que
people
a veces
in
la
planet
persona, lo
Earth.
que sí le voy a decir, que no
So
sé si me han escuchado hablar sobre
I don't know
esto,
what you've
señores,
heard
la persona que
talking
uno
about
más
this.
conoce,
The
que
person that knows
más
most about
cercanos
this,
somos,
that
a veces son los
closer we
peores y los
are,
últimos en entrar.
sometimes are the
Y la
worst and the
persona que
last
menos
to enroll.
credibilidad
And the
con
people
nosotros
who
lo dan.
less
Y le
credibility
digo,
had
¿por
with
qué? Si nos
us,
conocen
they
la vida
give
entera.
everything they've
Es que
got.
nos conocen la vida
And
entera.
I'm telling
Y
you,
saben que ustedes no
because
son el tipo
they
de
know us
personas
from the
que
rest,
han
from their whole
triunfado,
life, and
que
they know
se
maybe you're
dedican
not
a
the
algo
type
y
of
cuando
person
dicen
who has had so much
por ahí
success
voy,
or is very
¿verdad?
dedicated or says, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And this is the reputation that you have, but it doesn't matter because your reputation can change. Just move forward and continue being consistent. And the person is going to realize, oh, wow, look at this. No, wait, wow, look at this. Hey, I'm seeing results. Let me see what this is about. That's what we have to do, ladies, gentlemen. But again, we have to talk to new people. new people.
Porque
I
yo
don't
en mi
know how to
primera
do this
compañía,
business without that
creé
because
mi
me and my
negocio
first
con alguien que
company,
yo
I
conocía
never
antes
created
de
my
comenzar el
business with
negocio.
anybody that I
Y
knew
en esa
before
compañía
starting the
hoy,
business. And in
ninguno de
this
mis
company today,
amigos
none of my
que conocía
friends,
antes de multinivel,
which
ni
I
ninguno
knew
de mi
before
familia
multi-level and
han
nobody
entrado a
from my
mi
family
negocio hoy en
has
Lifeway.
enrolled
Y
into
ya
my
yo entro
business
casi
currently in Lifeway.
4.5 millones de dólares de
And
comisión.
now
¿Usted cree
I'm
que a mí me
earned
molesta eso? Para nada.
$4.5 billion
No
in
lo entiendo
commission.
ni
Do
voy a
you
tomar
think that
tiempo
is
de mi
going to
vida para
make
tratar de
me feel
entenderlo.
upset?
No,
No. And I'm not going
es
to
su
take
vida, es
time
como ellos quieren.
from my
Bien,
life to
amén.
try to
Pero yo voy a
understand it.
seguir para aquí,
It's
para
their life.
adelante.
That's how they
Y yo
want it.
digo así,
Amen. Okay,
como
but I'm
ven, hay
going to move
tantos,
forward. And this is something I have to say. There
más
are so
que
many
van a
of
ver esta
us
oportunidad
just like us, and
para
there are
lo que
so
es.
many, many,
Se van
many
a
others who are
entusiasmar
going to
y
see
lo
this
van a hacer con
opportunity for what it
ustedes
is.
o sin
And they're
ustedes, como
going to
nosotros,
feel
como decimos
encouraged and
nosotros,
enthusiastic, and they're going to do
con
it
o sin
with
la persona
or
que me
without you,
presentó a mi primer
with or
multinivel
without the
en mi
person who
primera
introduced me
compañía,
to the first
Lifeway,
multi-level,
en
my first
Monavi,
company
que fue como
in
conocí a Stevie
Moravi,
Gina
which
Merritt.
was
Yo
how
me
I got
pegué
to
de
meet
Stevie
Steve
Gina
and Gina
Merritt porque
Meredith.
mi
And I
patrocinador
got close
solamente
to
hizo,
Steve and Gina Meredith because
me
my
enseñó y se
sponsor
fue.
just taught me
Pero yo
and
vi
then
lo
left.
que él no
But
vio,
I
o yo
saw what
creí lo
he
que él
wasn't
no
able to
creyó,
see,
y
or I
seguí cuando él
believed
lo
in what he
siguió,
wasn't
y
able to
mírenme
believe. And I
hoy. Él es
continued
una
when he
persona que
wasn't
era mucho
able to
más
continue.
exitosa
And
que
look at
yo,
me now.
y
He
hoy
was a
en
person
día
who was
lo
much more
puedo yo
successful than me.
ayudar,
And
pero lo
nowadays,
llamamos para
I
esto
can help him.
y
But
se
we
fogonó.
called him
No
for
me
this,
llamen, ok,
and he
sigue
got
con tu
upset.
vida.
Don't call me about this.
Adelante, yo
Okay,
sigo con la
go on
mía.
with your life. Keep on.
Mire,
I'll go on with mine.
¿qué es lo que
Okay,
saliendo de
Mike,
esta
what
llamada,
is
terminando
right
esto en
now,
5 minutos,
finishing this call in
qué es
5
lo que
minutes
todo
when
el
we leave?
mundo aquí
What
tiene
is
que
it that
hacer right
everybody
now,
here
ahora
has
mismo,
to be
terminando esta
right now?
llamada,
Finishing this call,
terminando, poniendo end en el Zoom
putting
qué es
an
lo
end in
primero
this
que
Zoom
uno
call.
tiene que
What is
hacer.
the first thing that
Perfecto.
everybody has to do?
Primeramente, ¿para
Okay,
dónde ustedes
perfect.
quieren ir?
First of all,
Cuando
where
nosotros
do you
comenzamos,
want to
nosotros
go?
comenzamos con
When
la meta.
we started with
¿Cuál
our
es el
goal.
goal? A usted
Okay,
no le puede
what
pegar
is
algo
your
que no ve.
goal?
¿Cuánto es
You
que usted
can't get
quiere
close to
ganar
something that you don't see.
mensualmente?
How
Para
much do you
mí,
want to earn a
ganar
month?
10
For
mil dólares
me,
al mes.
earning
Cuando yo
$10,000 a
llegué a un
month,
punto en mi vida
when
a
I
ganar
reached
sobre
the
20
point
mil
in my
dólares
life that
semanal,
I was earning
para mí era
20,000 a
algo
week, for
realístico.
me, it was
Así que
something
sea
realistic.
realístico
So it
con
has
su
to be a
meta. ¿Son
realistic
1000
goal.
mensual? ¿Son
It's a
10,000
thousand
mensual?
a
¿Qué es su
month.
meta?
It's
¿Cuál es su meta?
10,000 a month. What is your
Escríbala
goal?
y téngalo,
Write
baby,
it
bring the
down
check
and have it,
y
baby,
téngalo
bring the check
en su
and have
lista,
it
¿verdad? Téngalo
where
anotado.
you can
Una
see
meta
it,
que no se
okay? A
anota no
goal
se
that you
hizo,
don't write
¿ok?
is a goal
Miren
that
nuestra meta cuando
hasn't become a
comenzamos
reality. Look
el
at our
primer
goal
día a hacer
when
llamadas.
we started to do calls the
Ya está
first
cuenta,
day.
we don't have this check account. Ok. Mira la meta con mi esposa
Look at
cogió y
the goal.
escribió
My
esto
wife got a,
¿cómo se dice?
how do you say
En la
this?
nevera.
Wow.
My wife got
10
this check
millones
and
de dólares.
she stuck
¿Cuándo
it
lo
on
hicimos?
the fridge. 10
Oh.
Let me see. Doesn't it say it there?
million dollars. When we do this?
6/29, el día que
6/29,
comenzamos
the
en
day
Lifeway.
that we started in
O
LifeWave.
la semana que comenzamos.
Or was it the week that we started?
7/22. We started in July.
7/22. We started in July.
El
Okay,
día que
yes.
comenzamos, because
The day
our
that we
first check
started, yes,
was
because our
July of
first check
2022.
was July of
Señores,
2022.
antes de comenzar,
Ladies,
miren
gentlemen,
la meta.
before we
10
started,
millones de
look at the
dólares,
goal,
¿ok?
$10 million,
Le estamos
okay?
hablando de lo que hacemos,
We are talking about
¿ok?
what
So,
we do.
¿cuánto usted quiere ganar?
Okay, so
Número
how
uno.
much do you want
Número
to
dos,
earn?
usted
Number
hizo su
one.
lista.
Number two,
Hágala
you
de nuevo.
prepared your list?
Porque
Okay,
día
do it
a
again.
día nosotros
Because
conocemos
day
personas
after
nuevas.
day,
So,
we
mi lista
meet
nunca
new
para
people.
de crecer.
So my
¿Ok?
list never stops
Número
growing.
tres, a mí me
Number three,
encantó
I
lo
absolutely
que Jay
adored
enseñó
what Jay taught,
rompiendo todo en cuartos.
breaking
El año
everything in
se parte en cuatro,
quarters. The
¿verdad?
year is
El
divided in
mes
quarters,
se
right?
parte en
The
cuatro.
month is
La
divided
semana se parte en
in
cuatro y él
4
parte
quarters.
sus
The
días
week
en
is divided
cuatro.
in 4 quarters, and
So,
he breaks his
Mike,
day in 4
yo
quarters.
quiero reclutar
So, Mike, I
tantas
want to
personas.
recruit
¿Con
so many
cuántas usted
people.
está dispuesta
How
a hablar?
many
Señores,
people are
es con
you willing
personas
to
nuevas
talk to?
diario.
It's with
Yo,
new people
mira,
every day.
hoy mismo
Look, today,
en el
right now,
supermercado,
in
mira, que
the
no te miento,
supermarket,
mira,
look, I'm not lying, okay? Look at this.
contacts,
Contacts.
mira,
Look
Whole
at
Foods.
this.
Qué pena que no lo puedo llamar ahora mismo. Él se llama Juan.
Oh
Juan.
man, I wish I could call him right now. His
Hoy
name is Juan.
mismo
Juan.
estaba, antes de venir para
Today,
acá,
before coming here,
Mira,
Juan
este
Buchholz, okay.
contacto
This
lo,
contact,
lo puse en mi teléfono.
I put it in my phone.
Literalmente, Dios sabe.
Literally,
Dios sabe.
God
Mira, escuche bien.
knows.
antes de venir aquí, y yo te dije que estaba en
Before
5 minutos,
coming
porque
here, I
venía
said
de
I was
hablar,
5 minutes
señores,
away.
a una persona que yo saludo siempre,
Because a person that I always say
pero
hi
nunca le he
to, I
hablado.
always greet,
Yo
always,
tengo que
always.
hablar con
But I
personas
never
nuevas
spoke to him.
diaria.
I
Es
need to
parte
speak to
de mi
new people
hábito
every day.
para yo
It's
ser
part
un
of my habits for
multimillonario.
me to be
Yo
able to become a
necesito crear
multi-millionaire.
nuevos hábitos.
I need
Uno
to
de
create
ellos
new
es
habits, and one of
diario.
those
Yo tengo que tirar
is
un tiro todos los
that
días.
I
El tiro no
have
tiene que
to make a
pegar,
shot every
pero el
day.
tiro
And it
tiene que
doesn't mean that that
soltarse.
shot is going to hit,
Porque para un
but the
tiro
shot
pegar se
has to
tiene que
be out there
soltar.
because
Y a
for a
veces se puede
shot
pegar
to
hasta de
be out
suerte.
there, you need
Así que
to
no pasa un día,
let it
no
into the
puede
world,
pasar
and
un
you
día,
can be
señores,
lucky.
si
That means
ustedes
that not
hacen
one
cosas
day can go
nuevas,
by
¿verdad? Y
without
a
doing a
mí,
new contact. You know what I mean?
online. Yo no
Online.
soy mucho de online, pero
I'm
siempre
not
ando
about a
buscando
lot
a
about
quién
online, but
cumpleaños
I'm
hoy.
always searching, okay,
Yo antes
whose
de
birthday
acostarme,
is it
voy
today?
buscando
Before
los
going to bed,
birthdays.
I'm always
Oh, Rachel
searching
cumpleaños.
birthdays. Oh, it's
Rachel,
Rochelle's
felicidades. Wow,
birthday. Hey,
cuánto tiempo no hablar
congratulations,
contigo.
Rochelle. It's
¿Cómo
been a
está
long time
todo?
not talking. How's everything
Siempre
going?
reconectándome
I
con
am
Rachel.
already
Rachel, mira,
reconnecting with
quiero
Rochelle.
hablar
Hey,
contigo
Rochelle,
cuando
look at
tengo un
this. I want to
momentico.
talk to you when you have some
No
time.
le hablé de LifeWave, pero
I
hice el
didn't speak
contacto
about
para
Life
hablar
Wave,
con
but
ella.
I
A mí
did
no me
do the
importa tener que
contact to
hablar.
talk to her.
So,
I
mira,
don't care
le
about
dije a
having
él,
to talk. So I said,
Juan,
look, I said to
me
him,
encanta tu personalidad.
I
Ahora en
love
Whole Foods,
your personality.
cada
Now
vez
in
que te
Whole
veo,
Foods, each time that I see you,
tú serías
man,
perfecto en mi
you
negocio.
would be perfect in my business.
Te hago pero una pregunta, Juan.
Let me ask you a
¿Tú
question.
estás
Wait, hold
bien
on.
económicamente con
Are
lo que
you doing
haces
well
o
financially
te
with what
mantienes la
you
mente
earn?
abierta
Or do
para
you
otras
have an
formas de
open
ganar
mind
dinero?
for other
Dime
kinds
que,
of earning
sí,
money?
claro,
Oh, yeah, sure,
ok,
of
tú eres
course.
emprendedor.
Okay, so you're an entrepreneur.
Te quiero compartir algo
I want
contigo.
to
Yo
share
sé que
something with you
conmigo, tú y yo
because I know
podemos
that
hacer
with
algo bien
me,
grande.
you and
Por
me
tu
can do
personalidad,
something
te lo
big
digo. Dame tu
due to your
número de teléfono.
personality.
Y mira,
Give me your
no
phone
le he
number.
mandado nada.
And
Ni
look, I
siquiera,
haven't
mira,
sent anything over. Look,
está nuevo porque
this is
lo
new
acabo de recibir ese contacto.
because I
No le he
just
mandado
received that
nada, nada,
contact.
nada,
I
porque
haven't sent
yo no,
anything at
yo
all.
la
Why?
conversación que voy a tener con
Because the
él,
conversation that
15
I'm going to
minutos
have with
a un
him
Zoom. Le voy a
is 15
presentar
minutes
todo.
in a Zoom, and
Si
I'm going
Rachel
to
fuera mi
introduce him
upline,
to everything. If
Rachel,
Rochelle
¿cómo
were
tú
my
ves que
upline,
tengo
hey,
alguien,
Rochelle,
un
when are
lanzamiento?
you
Él sería
available? I've
uno
got
del
someone.
lanzamiento que voy a hacer.
That would
Señores,
be someone
esto no tiene ciencia.
for
Yo
a
dejé la
launch that
escuela en
I'm
el
going
10º
to do.
grado.
This has
Si
no
esto fuera
science. I
difícil,
quit school
yo
in 10th
estuviera
grade.
pasando hambre
If this
todavía.
was difficult, I
La
would
cosa
be
es como de
still
nuevo,
hungry,
la
you
gente
know?
está como esperando que
So
esté todo.
people are always waiting for
Láncense,
everything to be
tírate del
ready. Just
avión,
launch
que
yourself,
tú
jump
vas a
out of
conocer el
that
camino en el camino.
plane
So,
because you're going to get
Carlos,
to
¿qué
know the
hacemos ahora
path,
mismo?
walking the
Tu
path.
lista,
So,
los
¿Cuánto
datos,
Carlos,
quieres
what do
ganar?
we do
Diste
right
tu
now?
meta,
Your
cuánto
cuánto
quieres
quieres
list,
ganar,
ganar,
how much you want to
eh,
earn,
tu lista y dos
your
y tres,
list,
organiza tu año,
and
semana y
2 or 3
día, como por
organizing your
cuartos,
year, week, and
digamos por
day by
quarters, por
quarters,
trimestre, es la palabra. Y
by,
también
yes,
tu
by
día para
quarters,
que te pongas una
and
meta,
your day,
cuántos
so
quieres
you
hablar,
can
cuántos
have
quieres
a goal of
reclutar y
how
cuántos
many
vas a
people you
llamar
want to
y todo
talk
lo que
to,
requieres.
how many
Señor,
people
usted
you
tiene
want
que
to
estar
recruit,
al día con
etc.,
las
etc.
presentaciones.
And
¿Ok?
you
Tiene
have
que saber, si
to
ustedes no son
have
quien va a
all
hacer
the
las
information
presentaciones,
of the
tiene que tener una
presentations. If
lista
it's not you, who's going to do the presentation? You have
para
to have a
usar con
list
ellos.
to
Tienen que
use
aprender a
with
usar
them.
Zoom.
You have to learn
Yo
to
no sabía
use
usar Zoom.
Zoom. I didn't know how to use
Steve
Zoom.
Merritt me enseñó a mí
Steve
a usar
Merritt
Zoom.
taught me to use
Y
Zoom.
qué pena me dio
And
cuando sabía
I
que
was
mi
so
mamá y mi
embarrassed when I knew
suegra,
that my mom and
mi
my
mamá y mi
mother-in-law,
abuela,
sorry, my
ellos
mom
usaban
and
Zoom
my
y yo no
grandma
sabía
use
usar Zoom.
Zoom, and I don't know how to use
Pero es que
Zoom.
todo se aprende.
But everything
Todo se
is
aprende,
learned.
esto no es difícil. Tienes que buscar una presentación que si usted no
It's not
tengan a alguien,
difficult. You
porque
have to
su
search
negocio
for a presentation because if you don't
depende de
have
la
someone,
persona que le
your
está haciendo
business is
todas sus
going to depend on the
presentaciones.
person
Tiene que
who
llegar
is
al
doing
punto que
all the
su negocio
presentation for you. You
dependa
have
de
to be at
usted.
a point
Porque
that
si
your
hoy, ahora
business
mismo,
depends on you.
necesitaban
Because
a las
if
7 de
right
la mañana
now
hoy,
you
pero a las
needed
7
Rochelle to speak to
Rachel tenía
somebody,
algo ya
but at
programado.
7, Rochelle
Señores,
already had
tiene que
something
tener sus
scheduled.
herramientas
Rochelle,
y
you have to have
averiguárselas
your tools
para que no tenga que
so
depender de nadie.
that you
Sí
don't have
tenemos
to
personas que
depend
pueden
on
depender,
anybody.
pero
We do
mientras
have
más
people who
rápido
can
puedan tomar
depend, but the
carga de su
faster that
negocio,
they can
mejor.
take charge of their own business, the
Chicos,
better.
en el chat me pueden poner qué
Okay,
tiempo
guys, in
llevan
the chat,
ustedes
can you let me know
en-
how
con nosotros
long
aquí en
have
LifeWave.
you
Si
been
ustedes
here
pueden
with us in
contestar
Life
en el
Wave?
grupo
Here in
totalmente, por
the
favor.
group, totally,
4
please.
semanas, 2
4
meses.
weeks, 2
Eh,
months.
Ok. Si tú llevas aquí más de un
If
mes,
you've been here for more than a month,
más de un mes,
ya
okay,
okay?
es tiempo que
It's
sepas
time
todo
for
de esta
you to
compañía.
know everything about this company,
No hay
okay?
excusa
There's
por
no
qué tú no sabes
excuses
esto.
why you
Porque
don't know
cómo
this.
yo llamo a una persona de mis
How do I
patches,
call
cómo yo,
somebody and talk about the
si tú
patches,
estás
for example?
preguntándote eso
If you are
todavía,
asking
es porque
this
no
to
le has dado la
yourself,
importancia a este negocio todavía.
it's because you didn't give this
Nosotros
business
declaramos
the
ayer, el
importance that it
domingo, mi
has yet.
esposa y yo nos despertamos
On
y
Sunday, my
nos
wife and I woke
pasamos
up
el
and
día
we
entero.
spent the
Lo
whole
que ustedes
day.
que acaban de ver The School, ¿tú sabes cuándo se grabó? ayer.
What you saw of school, you know when it was recorded?
Nos
Yesterday.
pasamos el día entero, casi
We
13 horas
spent the whole
grabándole los
day,
videos de
almost
escuela
10
porque lo
hours,
hicimos cortico.
recording the
3
school
minutos,
videos
4
because we
minutos,
did it
5
short,
minutos, para
4
que tú
minutes,
tengas
3
todo
minutes.
lo que tú
So you
necesites para tu
have all the
negocio, está
information
ahí.
that you need for
Todos
your
los
business there.
entrenamientos están ahí.
All the
Tienes
trainings
que,
are
si
there.
alguien no sabe cómo, está
Somebody doesn't
ahí.
know how to, it's there.
So, si tú llevas aquí
So
más de
if
un
you
mes
have
y
been
tú no
here for
sabes
over 1
cómo
month
puedes hacer una
and you
presentación
don't
todavía,
know how to do a
te tienes que
presentation
mirar
yet,
en el espejo y
you have to
preguntarte,
look at
¿realmente
yourself
yo quiero
in the
hacer
mirror
esto?
and ask yourself, do I
Porque si
really
no lo
want to do
quieres,
this?
si no lo quieres hacer,
Because
mira,
if
no
you
quedes
don't
aquí.
want to do it, don't lose your time.
Ve a la otra cosa que realmente
Go
que
do
te
something
emociona,
else
quieres
that
hacer.
truly makes you feel
Pero si
excited
tú
and that you
llevas
truly
aquí
want to
un
do.
mes y medio,
But if you've
porque
been
como
here
dijo
for a
Mike,
month and a half,
Mike
because
no
like
puede,
Mike said,
Mike
maybe
viene para
Mike can't do
Oklahoma
it.
en 2
Mike
días.
comes to Oklahoma in 2 days.
Nosotros vamos a estar aquí con él el jueves.
Literally. We're
O
going to
yo,
be
o
here
Rachel, no,
with
que
him on
nosotros
Thursday,
tenemos
or I
lead
can't,
personas
Rochelle can't. We have
directa con nosotros. Imagínate
1,000 direct
que cada
people with
persona
us.
nos diga,
Imagine
oh,
that
reúnete
each
conmigo,
person asks
reúnete
us, oh,
conmigo.
come on, can you
Mas
meet up
nunca
with me,
vamos a
Jorge?
llegar.
Can you meet up with me? Me,
So, tú no
please?
puedes
We're
dejar que
never
alguien
going to
se
be
te
able to reach
caiga
everyone. So you
porque,
can't
ay,
just
yo no
let
sé hacer una
somebody fall
presentación de
because,
negocio.
oh, I don't know how to do a
Dependo
business
solo de Rachel
presentation.
y Carlos
Oh,
o
I just
Giselle.
depend on
No, no,
Rochelle
no,
and
let's
Carlos or my
go.
upline. No, no, let's just do
Tienes que
it.
saber
Let's just
esto,
go.
tienes que
You need
tenerlo.
to know
Si
how to do
tú
it. You need to
tomas
have
este
this.
negocio así
If
en serio,
you know how the
como
business
dijo
works
Mike,
and you take it
es
seriously, like Mike
imposible
said,
que no ganes
it
dinero
is
con este negocio.
impossible for you
Imposible que
not
no
to
ganes
earn
dinero con esto.
$10,000 a month. It is impossible
Una cosa, Carlos,
to
que me
not
estaba
earn
diciendo mi esposa,
$10,000 a month.
Saí,
Oh,
me
Carlos,
dice,
by the way, Isai,
cuéntale
my
a
wife was
ellos
saying,
sobre
let
el
them
testimonio
know
de Monse.
about
Monse es una
Monse's
señora de
testimonial.
81
Monse
años en
is
mi
an
negocio.
81-year-old
La
woman
conocimos
in
allá
my
en República
business.
Dominicana. Tengo
We met her
fotitos de
there
esa.
in
Un día
Dominican
ella me
Republic.
grabó
I
un
have
video y
pictures. I
todo.
send them to her,
Es
and
un
they
amor.
recorded a video
Nunca
and
en su
everything.
vida había
She
ganado
is amazing. She
ni,
had
ni
never in her
$100 al
life
mes en
earned,
multinivel. Y
I
con
mean,
81
$100 a
años
month in
ha
multi-level. And at
pasado por
91 years
varias
old,
compañías de
after going
multinivel.
through
¿Qué
various
hizo ella?
multi-level companies, what did she do?
Fue
She
contactando a sus
started
líderes
contacting
de
all her
compañías
leaders
anteriores,
of
a
previous
los
companies,
líderes
all
estratégicamente
the
buscando calidad,
strategically
no
searching for
cantidad,
leaders. So
y
she was
con
searching for
menos de
quality
12
and not
personas,
quantity.
ella llegó
And
al
with
nivel
less than
de
12 people, she
Senior
reached the
Presidential
senior
Directora,
presidential
ganando más
director
dinero que se ha
level,
ganado en su
earning
vida
more money
entera,
than
¿verdad?
she's
Y
earned in her
nunca ha
whole
hecho una
life.
presentación,
And she has
pero
never
es
done a
excelente
presentation, but
usando el
she is
sistema, ¿verdad?
amazing using the
Otra cosa
system.
muy importante, dos
Another
cosas muy importantes.
very
Número
important
uno,
thing, two very important things.
señores,
Number one,
esta profesión,
ladies
como
and
cualquier
gentlemen, this
profesión, se
profession,
necesita
just like any
educarse.
profession,
Son
is
cosas
something that you
técnicas,
need to
cosas
educate
nuevas que
yourself
estamos
on.
aprendiendo,
It's just
¿verdad?
technical things, new
Y
things that you are
como cualquier
learning.
profesión,
And like any
en nuestra
profession
educación,
or
tenemos un lugar
education,
donde
we
tenemos que
have
ir,
a
señores,
space where
para
we have to go
aprender. Y
to
aquí,
learn.
ahora
And
acabamos
here,
de
right
tener el
now,
evento
we
virtual
just
que fue en
had
Las
that
Vegas, donde
virtual
estuvimos todos
event in Las
nosotros.
Vegas where
Pero
all of us
señores,
were.
el
But
próximo,
ladies and
de nuevo,
gentlemen, the
si
next one,
usted
and
está
again,
en
if
serio
you
con
are
esto, señores,
seriously
usted
working
no
on this,
puede faltar
ladies,
el
gentlemen,
evento
you
ahora en
cannot miss
agosto.
out the
Algunos
event
dicen en
now in
enero,
August. Look,
para que tengan
we're letting you
8
know in
meses de
January.
preparación
So you have
para
8
venir al
months
evento
of preparation
Orlando,
to go to the Orlando
agosto
event,
8 y 9, donde va a
August
estar dueño
and 9th, where
corporativo,
corporate
todas las
owner
personas que están
is
ganando
going to
dinero,
be there, and all
líderes
the
de este
people who are
grupo,
earning
¿verdad?
money, leaders of this group,
Y vengan como un
and
grupo,
come as a group.
mientras
Come
la
as
más
a
grande
group.
el grupo, creo que
While
lo más
the
grande
bigger the
que
group
puede
is,
comprar el
I
paquete son
think
de
that
4
the
personas.
biggest
Pero
packet that
señores,
you
es una
can purchase is
inversión
for
en sí
people. But
mismo.
ladies,
Es
gentlemen, it's an
parte del
investment
negocio, es un
itself.
write-off,
It's part
es
of
un
the business.
deductible
It's a
de
write-off.
su
It's
ingreso,
a
ni que
deductible
gane o no gane
of your
dinero, ¿verdad?
income, regardless of
Y
you earning or
lo
not
otro que
earning money.
también, lo más
And the
importante
other
es lo
thing, the
siguiente.
most important thing
Vamos a
is
salir hoy de
as
aquí con
follows.
una meta.
Today, we're
Si
going to
usted
leave
tiene
here
sobre
with
un
a goal.
mes y
If you
usted
have
no
been
es
for over
manager,
1 month and you are
ponga
not manager, write down me.
tiene más de
Me,
4
me,
semanas
me,
y
more
no
than
es
4
manager.
weeks and you're not
Vamos
manager.
ahora a arreglar eso.
Now we're
Ok, vamos a ver
going
cuántos managers
to
vamos a
fix
crear.
that.
1, 2,
Let's see, how
3,
many
4,
managers are
5,
we going
6,
to create? 1,
7,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9,
8,
10,
9, 10, 11, 12,
14, 15,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
20. Ok, o sea, quería saber
20.
si habían por lo menos 20. ¿Para hacer qué?
Okay,
Señores,
we need
vamos-
at least
vamos- vamos
20
a
to
terminar
do
con
what?
esto. O vamos a comenzar
Ladies,
con esto.
gentlemen, let's finish with this. Or
Vamos a hacer algo.
let's start
Mira,
with
let's
this,
do-
okay? Let's
What
do
do we have
something.
tomorrow?
What do we have tomorrow?
I love him.
Esto ya. Vamos a ponernos en serio,
This
señores.
is going to happen. Let's get serious about this.
Vamos a
La
hacer
dueña de tu calendario. Llama a la
The
dueña de tu
owner of your
calendario.
schedule. Call the owner of your schedule.
¿Cómo me-
En este Zoom aquí hay gente seria. Porque Mike creo
Is
que
there
no
serious
conoce.
people
Aquí
here
hay
in
gente
this
seria.
Zoom? Because Mike is serious. Is there serious
Pero,
people here in this Zoom?
6?
At what time? At
Nothing at
6?
6?
Nothing at 6? Okay.
Mañana
So
vamos
tomorrow,
a hacerle un lanzamiento a
we're
todos
going to
ustedes.
do a launch for
Okay.
everyone here.
Vamos a aprender
Okay, we're
hoy
going to
en
learn
la
today.
invitación. No van a pasar, si
Going to give you an
pasaron más de 60
invitation,
minutos
and
hablando de
if
esto,
more, you
esos
were there
minutos,
for
hola, ¿cómo
more than
estás?
60
¿Qué
minutes
se
talking
siente?
about this,
Bien,
it's
¿quieres
just
un
1 minute.
minuto? Sí,
Hey,
lo
how
voy
are
a
you
hacer, voy a
doing? How
hacer
are you
bien breve.
feeling? Well,
Y
okay,
los
it's going
otros
to be a minute. I'm
60,
going to
30,
be brief.
60 segundos,
And the other 30 to
invitarlo
60
para el
seconds,
evento que vamos a
invite
hacer
them to the
el
event that we are going to
miércoles.
do on Wednesday.
Mañana.
Tomorrow.
Martes.
Mañana
Tomorrow's
estamos
Tuesday.
invitando personas para mañana. ¿Saben que yo
So we're inviting
acabo de
people
hacer
for tomorrow. You know,
launch
I just
a un
did a
segundo
launch
nivel
at a
y ella
second level.
comenzó a las 2 de
And
la tarde
she started at
ayer
2 p.m. yesterday
a llamar personas y
to call
tenían
people,
17
and they
personas
had 17 people
en el Zoom.
Wow.
in Zoom.
Y todos nos dijeron, no, ella nos dijo que era algo grande, que tenías
And
que
she
estar
said it
aquí.
was going to be something
Ya, yo dije,
big, that they had
perfecto.
to be
Ahora
here.
que
And I said, okay,
participaste
perfect.
en la información,
So now that you
¿qué-
participated in the
¿cómo
information,
los recibiste?
how did you
Wow, esto
receive
está
them?
excelente, esto está
Wow, this is
increíble.
amazing. It's
Sí, yo quiero.
excellent. It's
¿Tú
unbelievable.
crees que
Yes,
tú
I want
puedas
to.
invitar
Do
a
you
varias
think
personas
you
mañana de
can
la misma
invite
manera que
a
te
few
invitó?
people yesterday in the
Oh,
same
sí, a
way
mí me
they
encanta
invited
porque
you?
no dijo nada.
Yeah, sure.
Exactamente.
Exactly.
Señores, less is more.
Ladies and
Menos
gentlemen,
es
less
más
is no.
en esto. So,
Less
¿quiénes
is
de ustedes
more in
vamos a
this.
contar quiénes vamos a hacer
So
su
let's
lanzamiento
count
mañana?
who is going to do
Okay,
their
when?
launch tomorrow.
Tuesday or
Okay.
Wednesday?
No,
Tuesday or
tomorrow,
Wednesday?
Tuesday.
No,
Sorry,
tomorrow.
sorry.
Tomorrow, Tuesday.
Mañana, porque el miércoles yo estoy viajando
Tomorrow, because
Sí, que
on
te veremos
Wednesday
acá.
I'm traveling.
sí,
Yes, we're
estoy
going
viajando
to
para
see you
Tulsa,
here.
Oklahoma.
Para el
Yes, to
frío, are you
Tulsa.
ready?
Are you
Okay.
ready for the
No
cold?
me recuerdes. Pero señores, miren, ya. Esta noche van a van a
But
hacer
you
su
know,
lista.
you're going to have
Mañana a
your
eso
list
de
done
las 2 de
today,
la tarde,
tonight,
sí.
tomorrow at
Mientras
around
más
2 p.m.
last minute, último minuto,
Last
mejor para
minute,
la gente. Créanmelo. Y los
the
que están
best, the
ocupados,
better
ok,
it
bien,
is
otro día
for
te
people.
llamo.
And whoever's
Pero
busy, don't worry, I'll call
ahora,
you at
So
another moment.
mañana,
So
damos a entender que a
tomorrow
las 6 de la tarde tenemos
at 6
entrenamiento
p.m.
que
we
ya
have
está pactado.
training
7
that
de la
is
noche tú
already
puedes o
scheduled.
estás
At 7, are
enredada.
you
7 de la
available?
noche Miami.
Or are you busy
Sí
tomorrow at
puedes.
7 p.m.?
Perfecto. So, empezar a invitar mañana 7 de la noche un lanzamiento
So
y nuestro
tomorrow
Mike
at
aquí va a estar.
7
Vamos a estar
p.m.
todos,
there's
pero
going to be a lunch and Mike is going to
mientras
be here.
menos
We're all going
información,
to be
mejor.
here, but
Mira, Mike,
especially
yo te
Mike.
voy a decir,
Look, the
yo
less
lo que quiero,
information, the
mira,
better.
no tengo ni siquiera el tiempo,
I
pero
don't even have time
tú te
right
puedes
now, you
perder
know, but
esto,
you
porque te
cannot
vas a
miss
poner
out on this
bravo conmigo
because you're going to get
si
upset
sabes
with
que
me
me enteré
if
de esto y no
you
te lo dije a
know
ti.
that I knew about this
Y nada,
and
¿sabes? Lo que ustedes tengan que decir
I didn't
es
talk to you
rápido,
about
son
it.
15 minutos. Mi
So it's
presentación va a
something
ser rápida
fast. My
y
presentation is going
pasamos
to be
más
just
tiempo
15
porque
minutes. It's
el
going
resto
to
de
be
las
very
preguntas,
fast.
las dudas que
And you know, the rest of
llegan,
the questions, any
¿cómo se llama
doubts that
así?
you have, etc.,
Participando con ellos. Pero ustedes van a ver
participating
la
with them.
presentación, el
But
launch
you're
es
going to see the
rápido. Así que,
presentation. The launch
nada,
is
estoy
fast.
entusiasmado.
So
Vamos que
I'm
vamos.
super enthusiastic. So let's do it.
yes. No. Este tren de locura tuyo a nosotros
Yes,
nos
this
encanta.
craziness train is something that we love. We love your
Mike,
crazy
muchas
turn.
gracias a ti, a Saí, porque de
Mike,
verdad
thank
que
you very
ustedes,
much for
bueno,
you
son
and Said because
nuestros padrinos. Desde el
you
día uno han
are
estado ahí con
our
nosotros en todo
godfather and
momento.
godmother
I
from day
love you,
one. You've been
amiga,
with
déjame
us at
verte la
all
cabeza.
moments. I love you, my friend. Let me see you.
Tan bella. Gracias porque
Beautiful.
siempre de verdad han
Thank you
estado y siempre
because you've
reconocemos y
always
todos los
been
días le doy
there.
gracias a Dios por sus
And we
vidas y por
always
ponerlos en nuestro
recognize you
camino.
every
De
day.
verdad
We
les
give
admiramos
thanks
mucho.
to God
Son
for
un
your
gran
lives
ejemplo.
and for
De
being in
verdad que
our
sí.
path. You're a great
Gracias.
example, and we
Estamos
admire you.
bendecidos en tener gente como
Darling,
ustedes
thank you. We are
llegando a
so
nuestras
blessed in having
vidas,
people like
nuestro
you
negocio, pero
coming into
aquí,
our
a
lives
partir
and
de,
our
a pesar
business.
del
But
negocio, son relaciones que
from
nos vamos a
here,
mantener para
these
el
are
resto de nuestra
relationships that
vida,
we're going to
como ha
maintain for
pasado
the
con
rest of our
nuestra
lives,
compañía
like
de
it's
hace
happened
20
with
años,
our
que
Amén.
20-year
Somos los pioneros, de verdad.
colleague.
los
And we
latinos,
are
señores.
pioneers
Que
truly
somos
in the
los
Latin
pioneros
market. We
de
are
todo lo que se va
pioneers
a abrir
in
ahora
everything that is
de ahora
going
en
to
adelante
open
Países
from now
latinos, latinos,
onward
latinos, latinos.
in Latin
y
countries.
aquí también.
Y aquí sí,
Latin,
porque,
Latin,
señores,
Latin.
en los Estados Unidos,
Yes, because
yo
ladies,
creo que no
gentlemen, in the
existe
US,
país
I think
con
there
más
doesn't exist
latinos
one
que los
country
Estados Unidos.
with
Aquí
more
en
Latin
Turquía no sé
people than in the
qué otro
United
país
States.
latino,
I know what
seguro lo
other
hay, pero no
Latin
lo
country there
conozco. Así
probably
que
will be, but I
tenemos
don't know it.
mercado
So we
abierto, mi
have a
gente.
completely open
Simplemente es
market,
aquí.
people.
Ustedes
Simply
toman la
it's being
decisión
here.
que
It's you
voy
taking
o
that
voy con
decision
Dios
that you're
delante.
going to do
Y nada,
everything in
veo
your
por el
hand,
bien. Nos
God
vemos
willing. God
mañana.
bless you all and see
Listo,
you
voy a pegar
tomorrow.
el enlace y lo voy
Okay,
a
I'm
poner
going
por
to
allá
create the link
por
and
ese
I'm going to
chat
start
de
sharing
nosotros
it
y
in
mañana
our
7,
chat.
bueno,
And
6 de la tarde
tomorrow,
entrenamiento,
6
7 de la
p.m., we
noche
have training,
este
7
lanzamiento
p.m.,
que
we
vamos a
have
tener,
this
así
new
que
launch that we're
avisar
going to
todo,
have.
véanse la
So
llamada, la
let's use
grabación,
all our
tomen
tools.
nota para
Watch
que
the
hagan su
recording,
lista,
share it, take
pónganse
notes
el
to
número que
prepare
ustedes
your
quieren
list.
ganar porque eso es lo
Write
que
down the
vamos a
number
usar,
that you
hagan el
want to
cheque
earn
como
because
hicieron
that's what
Isaí y
you're going
Mike
to use.
y
Prepare the
todos,
check like
pero que hemos
Isai and
hecho
Mike
eso
and all of
igual.
us did. I
Entonces
think we've
vamos
all done it.
a ponerlo en
And let
práctica. Así
us
que
practice
gracias,
this. So
amor.
thank
¿Algo más?
you. Darling, anything else?
Chicos, ahí le estoy poniendo en el chat
Guys, girls, I'm writing down
para
in the
entrar a
chat
school, en donde
how
están
you can
todas las
enter the
grabaciones que mi
school where
esposo
all the
hicimos ayer.
recordings on
Súper
that we
sencillo,
did
súper
yesterday.
fácil, presentación de negocio,
Super
todo lo que tú
easy,
necesites y obviamente
super
voy a seguir
simple
poniendo
business
mucho más cosas
presentation
de
call.
todo de
And I'm going to continue
literalmente
sharing a lot
todo
of
lo que tú
things,
necesites en
literally
back office,
everything that you
compañía,
need in the back
todo
office in
está
the
ahí en
company
inglés y en español. Aquí le voy a
in
poner
English
otra
and
vez el
Spanish.
enlace. Todo su equipo, todo el mundo que tú conoces que ya está en
Everybody
el
in the
negocio,
team, everybody
mándalo
that
para
you
ahí,
know who
mándalo
is in
para
the
ahí.
business, send them
¿Dónde
over.
encuentro
Send them
enlace?
over.
Ahí está.
Where can
¿Dónde,
I find the
puedo
link?
enviar, hacer
How
autoship?
can
Ahí
I
está.
find how to do
Y
auto
todo está
shipment? There
cortado
it
en
is.
3
And
minutos, 4 minutos.
everything
Lo
is
más
just in
largo,
3 and 4
creo que el
minute
video más largo
videos.
son 6 minutos.
I think the
¿Qué necesitamos
longest video is
mañana,
6
Carlos?
minutes.
Para
What
Yo lo
link
voy a
are we
crear.
going to
Yo
use
te lo envío.
tomorrow, Carlos?
Sí,
Ok.
I'll
yo lo
create
creo
it
y te lo envío.
and
Yo te
I'll
lo
send
envío.
it to you, okay?
Recuerden también que está
Remember
School
also
JBCC.
that we
O sea,
have the
mientras
This
más
Is It
recursos
school.
ustedes tengan,
The more
mejor es.
resources
Así
you
que a
have, the
unirse
better it will
todos y
be. So
a
let's
tomar y
all
vamos
unite and
vamos
let
a
us
adueñarnos de esto. Mañana es un
become
gran día.
owners of
Así
our
que
business.
gracias
Tomorrow will
A
be a
todo el
great
a
day.
mundo
todo el
que
mundo.
So
pidan,
thank you.
a todo el
Say
mundo
this
inviten
to
que ni que
everybody
llegue
that you
uno o
can
dos, con
invite.
esos
Let
dos vamos a
anybody know that
comenzar
you can
porque
invite.
aquí
With
todo el
one or
mundo
two, we
va a
will
llegar
just
a más
start with that
nivel esta
because
semana.
everybody
Dios
here is going
bendiga.
to reach
Bye bye.
manager
Así
this
es.
week. God
Un
bless you.
besito.
Kisses to
Bye. Gracias a
everyone.
todos.
Bye.
Cuídense.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.